Great.
You know that thing
All
where your
that's
car
insane.
stops doing the thing when you bring it to the mechanic?
Okay, we're actually going again. Hi, my name's Andrew Otway. I just did the spiel, but we're playing Blades in the Dark. We have a lovely cast of characters assembled over that way. Yeah, and let's introduce ourselves, starting with Aaron K. Go.
So I'm Aaron, and I'm sort of between people right now.
I mean, they don't know that yet.
Hi, my name is Aaron, and I'll be playing the part of Como. Ignore the words underneath my character, my cam feed, because that doesn't mean anything.
It still says Kobo.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
It does in the overlay thing.
Oh, because you did it.
Ooh. Trixie.
Well, how about you create a character and send her to jail?
That seems like a bullshit move.
I mean, it says right here, roll for bullshit. On a 7 to 9, you partially succeed. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike J. Larson Berard. And apparently, I roll for bullshit. Which makes sense. I'm playing Belle.
Shit fingers. Hi, I'm Jordan, and tonight I will be playing Nora. She is the Pirates spider, and she is recovering from getting shot a couple episodes ago.
I mean, do you really get better?
She did get better.
Okay.
Sure, that's also
Zach?
Yeah, so hi, I'm Zach, and I will be playing Jack, and Jack is a totally upstanding citizen with a stab wound and a twitch. Everything else is fine.
Cool. So, before we get into downtime, I understand that Como wanted to take care of that entanglement I rolled up.
Yeah. So she is super convinced that being invincible and unkillable and, all that, she's going to, without consulting the rest of the people, basically turn herself in.
Don't do it. You've got so much to live for.
I'm just imagining Edgar's like, okay, cool, I'll pay the bribe and stuff, and like Koa just bursts in and cuts him off. He's like, I did it. I did everything.
Or you go to pay it, and like she's being escorted into the back in handcuffs.
No, that's basically what happens.
Cheesy thumbs up.
Yeah. They get you to sit in one of those like sterile interrogation rooms, except it's way less sterile than on TV because this is like,
real life.
Well, and whale punk low tech stuff or mid tech. Anyways,
it's got a whale oil.
Before they had germ.
Got whale oil lanterns on there, so there's just kind of thick grease.
No, they've got like whale oil. What are they called? Fluorescent lights. Like it's that shitty.
Every now and then you gotta take the light out, shake it to get the oil redistributed, and put it back in.
Well, no, it's like an electrical circuit, except they're burning whale oil instead.
I know, I'm being stupid.
Allow me to paint my universe picture.
Light and put it back up.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Hey, there's a train.
Honk.
Are you all stealing another train? And so yeah, you've been sitting in this room for what feels like 8 hours, but because you're a shitty teenager, it's probably closer to like 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the detective in his like full uniform who was interviewing, like comes back into the room and says, "You've got a visitor."
Okay.
And then your dad walks in the room. And he's got like very visibly like a cross of the local Church of the Holy Ecstasy of the Flesh on, and a very respectable suit. And he says something, like whispers something to the detective, and then just get up, let's go.
Go where?
Home. Where else, Emily?
Emily?
It's not my name. And my home is not with you guys. So, unless you're bringing me somewhere else or there is someone else to take me outside, this is not a thing that's going to happen.
This isn't a discussion. Emily
it
Colt,
actually is.
And this nice officer will chain you to your bed if he has to.
Congratulations, I'm already chained to a table.
And he's just sort of like, I leave her in your care. The car is waiting out front, he says to the detective, and then leaves the room. And then we
Excuse me,
just
officer,
fade
I
to
do
black.
not know this.
We just fade to black on the scene. So yeah,
Fucking dad. Ruin everything.
Como's under house arrest.
Won't even let me go to
Just
jail.
misunderstand.
Well,
And
freaking
then I'm
bullshit.
just gonna like increment this clock. That's probably nothing. And we're good.
They're going to figure out the secret of Como's semi-immortality. That fills up.
Oh, you mean the one that's probably nothing just filled slightly more?
Yeah, it just
Oh.
gained another pip.
It's so probably nothing. Like, you really shouldn't even bother tracking it.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Probably
probably
nothing. More like probably fine.
Can I make it like something else? Can I like take an action against that clock?
Can I roll sway to decrease probably nothing?
Don't worry, it's probably nothing. Okay, so are we changing you over to
Yep.
okay properties?
Yep.
Boop. Fixed.
Cool.
Well, now it's off center because the words are different length. That's roughly center, right? Anyways, cool. So, well, Aaron, why don't you tell us a bit about Catherine?
So I'm going to leave some things secret for now, but Catherine Shadow Sun is a whisper. Her code name is going to be Oracle because she can sort of. She doesn't like to tell people this too much, but she can see the strings of fate that bind them to other people and that sort of thing, and likes to read them and that sort of stuff. As a whisper, she's good at attune. She's also like, I want to say like late 50s, early 60s, so like, you know, kind of loving grandma age. So I could put some points into sway because you can't really be mad at a grandma. She can win you over pretty easily. I also
Can she bake?
yes.
This is critical. She makes good cookies.
I also put one into skirmish and one into hunt, just in case she has to stab or shoot someone.
Just in case Granny needs to throw the fuck down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Sometimes Granny's got to bring a ruckus, man. Sometimes.
So she's got another point in study and one in prowl. So I'm kind of generally okay all around, like average resistances and stuff.
Oh my god, you have a gambling addiction?
Yeah.
Oh, is it like Keno or whatever that old ladies play? Bingo.
Oh my God,
it's a bingo addiction.
No. She bets on bar fights.
The one-armed bandit.
Actually, wait.
Did she cheat?
Andrew, there has to be some sort of weird occult fight club, right? Like where you actually bet on ghosts and shit, and which one's gonna win.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, she does that.
It's like Ghost Fight Club.
Yeah. If it's your first night, you have to bring your own ghost.
Yep.
Do we talk about it?
No. It's a whisper thing, so you can't talk about it, you can whisper about it.
But yeah, she has worked with, various groups here and there. Usually, some of the shadier ones, but she's mostly kind of a independent contractor who's looking to take down the government for basically fucking her over and separating her from her family, possibly forever. And she's willing to burn everything down and salt the earth behind her to fix that. Perhaps a new government won't be stupid.
And what did you do to piss off Flint, the spirit trafficker?
So that possessor ghost that's my friend, we basically ran a scam where he was like, oh yeah, I totally paid top dollar for these ghosts, and then that one's more like a...
Was he like...
It's like an untethered ghost?
Well,
So
no,
he's like,
he-
yeah, I'll totally sell you a thing. So he buys the ghost from me, thinking it's going to stay in this person that he keeps chained in the basement. But that ghost can go whenever the hell it wants because it willingly possessed this other person. So then it comes back, and we just keep doing this to other spirit traffic. He's just the one we did it to the most.
So,
Sorry, did you say keep in the basement?
Yeah.
Okay.
Until you take the spirit out. Yes, Andrew.
A, Jordan, goddammit. B, is Flint big in this ghost fighting ring? Like, is he one of the... Like, does he have his, like, hierarchy and, like, crossbreeding ghosts and whatever?
A little bit. He's trying to.
Does he want to be the very best, like no one ever was?
He's trying to get people on board with letting ghosts possess different people.
Oh shit!
Like usually like the ragamuffin types that nobody will miss, and then he gets the ghosts to fight. Basically, it's like they're wearing meat robot suits. They're
Good.
piloting meat mechs and fighting.
This is fine.
Rock'em sock'em meat bots, got it.
God damn it.
Meat
Okay.
like it.
in the form of like Charles Dickens characters.
Yeah. Apparently. Yeah, just chimney sweeps go missing and then show up in the Ghost Fight Club with like 80-year-old pugilist ghosts piloting them. This is fine. Fuck. Okay, now I need to make a new gang.
You're
Legitimately,
welcome.
thank you for this. Yeah.
The meat mechs.
Sometimes words come out of my mouth and I
Yeah.
don't really plan them, and then things happen.
This is probably fine.
Let's
Okay.
go back to the meat mech thing. That was awesome.
Well, what are the rest of your meat mechs up to for this downtime?
Well, Jack needs some like medical attention
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
And
Oh.
whose
Oh.
whose tender ministrations do you avail yourself of? Whose?
Well, I was told that Belle is our party medic. This I have to admit a little trepidation with this whole concept.
I heard it was Bell, so I went with an outside hire.
Yeah, she is certainly the most screen time intensive medic that we've had.
That's a weird collection of words.
Well, I mean, like she is like screen timed the most, doing medical stuff. Also, Mike, you have like 8 trillion XP to dish out. If you haven't since last
Oh,
session.
I am now that I'm a better tinker all of a sudden.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Are you going
I
up
will
to
die
3?
less.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe.
going to 3 tinker.
Okay, so that'll cost you 4 XP and reset that track.
That's it? 4?
Well, that's all you. Is it just 4, or am I looking at the?
No, you're looking at right.
Yep.
6. What? Oh.
Oh, yeah, B already got 2 in the thing.
Oh, okay.
I still have 6 XP to spend.
Yep.
Yeah, so I am
Okay.
I'm currently fidgeting with my scope. If you want to get tinkered on, Jack.
Sure. Jack would saunter over, doing his best to hide the fact that he is in incredible amounts of pain.
Oh, my little soft boy.
Hey, and so, like, I imagine him like pushing the barrel of Belle's, like the gun that Belle's messing with, sort of out of the way. I heard that you are a sawbones of sorts.
Oh, yes. In fact, you could say that I was a physiker in another life.
I don't know how comforting that is, but I seem to require some degree of medical attention,
Really?
and your bedside manner is slightly off-putting. Has anyone ever told you this?
Many times, but most of the time they're not able to run away.
That's fair.
Also not comforting. Perhaps I will find my assistance elsewhere.
Well, I mean, I have many people that can give positive recommendations. Belle casually
Living
yells for
ones?
Nora. Yeah. Quite alive. Nora. Is Nora nearby? Any chance?
Nora is going to talk about, every single time Belle has patched up Edgar, except, leave out the explicitly tying him up and declothing him.
Right.
It's fine. It's fine.
Always returned him back to you in fighting form.
Yeah.
The first step is immobilizing the injury site.
Well, it doesn't move around a whole lot, and he'll like pull his jacket back, and I'm guessing like his entire half of his silk shirt is like covered in blood.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so okay. For starters, I have just the thing for this, and Belle will casually push everything that's on the table off.
Like a cat.
Right.
How much glass breaks?
A lot.
like greasy smears from like gun cleaning parts and things.
Right, and she like takes a sleeve and like kind of wipes at it a bit.
Jack at that point, Jack like starts taking out like the non-ruined parts of his clothes to keep them from being like blackened. Because I imagine Jack's like mostly dressed in all white all the time, just because in my head that's like the fancy color. So Jack's pulling all this off to try to and like daintily hanging it from things around the room to try to keep it from.
I'm imagining the things are all Belle's guns that she's in the middle of
Yes,
cleaning.
they're like, and if they're not guns, they're like the hooks that guns go on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. The next thing Belle pulls out is like clamps and rope.
Rawr.
Is this really necessary?
Yes.
Well, plus I find that
Atta girl,
if they
Nora.
flail around less, they are injured less. So this is the proper way of doing it, I promise.
I assure you, I will not be flailing.
No, I know. That's because I'm going to restrain you.
Reading do not flail.
Nora wants to distract Jack by saying she can fix up his stuff, like interrupting him, like protesting Belle.
Ooh, can I get an additional die out of that?
I'm gonna leave that up to Jack to let me know how distracted he is. Actually, so
Well-
like you hang up your clothes, Nora. Do you just immediately take them?
Yeah, and I'm probably like saying something about like I'm probably talking smack about whoever made it.
Hey, wait a second. Where? That's the highest quality of clothing available in this place.
Belle, do you have
I
a
have-
pile of Edgar's shirts with you?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
like they
cool.
mysteriously go missing.
Yeah. Nora's going to show some of Edgar's shirts that she had made to Jack and talk about how much better they are.
It is something Prince would have worn, unironically.
I'm not sure that's
Imagine the
Jack's
pirate
style
ship from Seinfeld.
specifically.
Yeah, actually, the
But-
pirate shirt from Seinfeld is a strong entry into this field.
That would
Yeah.
be Jack's style.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Edgar
Okay.
has a very strong pirate king aesthetic going on.
Yeah, I would engage with Nora and be talking about like proper cuts for my shirts and that sort of thing, and
Well,
enlisting her.
Belle's...
And as you're distracted, I'll put on the wrist cuffs first.
Well, like I'm imagining you've got a table that's just vertical and like everybody kind of ignores, and then it just like slides out to horizontal once you've got a patient on it.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah, you like pull like the cuffs like attract to it, and then it like swings down.
Yeah, it's like it's a Murphy surgery
Yeah,
table.
I was gonna say I was picturing a Murphy bed table.
Yeah. You wind up
Okay,
face
this
down
is
and
not
you
what I was
rotate it.
expecting at all. Can we go back just a few steps, maybe?
Yeah. So we'll go back. By going back, I mean explain the process to you. So I learned this one from one of the indigenous peoples, and Belle's house getting out tattooing equipment. It's this cool little. And she says, "This is a neat little thing that I just bought, and it's a stick about like a foot and a half long with a bunch of little like needles and stuff across the top of it, and then she dips it in some ink. And she says, what happens is we tap it into you like this, and it's very therapeutic. It'll heal you right up.
Science.
And so I'm gonna stitch you up, and then I'm gonna tattoo you. And by the time this is all taken care of, not only will you have a rad scar and a rad symbol on you, but you'll have I'll have gotten tattooed someone for the first time, which
The
is very
first
exciting.
time. The first time.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you were. Hmm.
No, I am.
This is
it's
the
just
first tattooing.
the thing is that I was running out of town for unnecessary experimentations on people, and now someone's trying to kill me. But I'm quite good at what I do.
All right, let's see the roll.
I'm gonna take 2 stress for this.
Can I
Oh, nice.
assist?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Jack, are you sufficiently distracted by Nora kidnapping your shirts?
Yes, I think that was probably pretty effective. Jack
Okay.
is really out to sea right now,
Yep.
trying to figure out what's going on. He's wounded. He's lost a lot of blood. He's probably partially drunk. And Nora took all his nice stuff and is disappearing with it. He's about to get a tattoo he didn't ask for. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot going on here.
So yeah,
All right.
Nora, you can spend 1 stress to assist Belle.
Did it?
And you're gonna have to tell me if this is risky or desperate.
I
Based
mean, it doesn't matter. It's just the value on
This
the
is
dice.
very desperate
Yeah,
tattoo.
it just matters what you roll.
Yep. You can't make them worse.
Holy
Five.
shit!
Wow.
Like that seems to match up with what I described.
Yep.
5.
I think that's 3 ticks of the clock.
Yeah, I'm not fully
Yes.
healed.
No.
Nope.
But
Nope.
that does get rid of your ricochet bruise because you have seen a doctor or doctor
Nice.
equivalent.
Into that.
And so like I'm not super happy with the patch up job, and
So the
Like-
tattoo specifically.
no, the tattoo's fine.
Okay.
But like the stitchery that I've done on the side was more for visual splendor than effect. So it's like, you're gonna want to not do anything for a solid 48 hours, if at all possible.
I don't know that that's. I'll try.
Okay.
Well, now,
I know this great delivery place. It's ghosts that bring you this spicy food in these white boxes with some sticks that you eat. It's fantastic. Ancestor something or other. Jade.
That also- Please unattach me from the table. Thank you.
Okay.
Thump.
Well, like I'm like maybe Belle forgets and Nora has to do it. I don't know.
Yeah, Belle says okay and then wanders off.
Yeah,
Starts
okay,
cleaning
Nora
a gun in the
did.
corner, and it's just like in communicado. Just yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, Jack is pretty. I imagine Jack's tattoo is like a Hello Kitty with a giant rifle, or something along those lines.
Well, I'm thinking Maori style.
Okay. Interesting.
I
That probably has a very sharp contrast against Jack's incredibly white skin.
Like that. That I don't know. Does Native Canada? Yeah, Native Canada, not Maori is Pacific, but they've got their own indigenous peoples that do tattoos, right?
I don't know if the Haida did tattooing.
Indigenous
They do.
Okay.
Canada tattoo.
I feel like
No,
everybody at this point with sharp objects probably did tattoos back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like those cool eagles and stuff. The
See?
sweeping
Yeah.
stuff.
Seeing
We
some of the
also-
tattoos from like around the world and like the original ways they've done it is kind of nuts because I know like there's some in Japan where it's just like I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's just old school. Like I'm gonna hit this with a stick and also
Yeah,
go
that's
into your
exactly it. That's exactly it. That's just
Bleh.
awesome.
what?
But yeah, tattoos, plugs, a lot of piercings. In
Okay,
general.
those tattoos are rad as
Jack
shit.
now has like a chunk of whalebone ring down one side, holding his suture shut.
Yeah.
Whalebone might be a questionable choice.
Squid bone, please.
Squid bone.
Just squid beak. Great.
A squid beak nipple ring.
Alright, I would begin trying to put my clothes back on, assuming they've come back, or if Nora's around, whatever clothes are available. If Nora's not around, I'm gonna take like my like half naked self somewhere and get drunk because this was the worst.
Nora's gonna try enticing you to wear her stuff again and talk about that it's better, and she makes it with fighting in mind too.
Well, it's all vaguely piratical themed, at least if you're showing off Crow's clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack will sort of hold it up and turn it around and find a piece. I'll try to find one of the more understated pieces, perhaps, and put that on.
I mean, they're not all like flashy to the extreme.
Like purple sequins is what I'm
No,
imagining. What's in my head right now?
No.
Pants that are red and black striped. And
Yeah.
boots.
Pirates
no,
are in
he
this
was-
season.
But no,
Oh, great.
she's gonna do that. And
Thank you
I
very
was
much.
hearing that the tattoo was something like a cartoon sun with like a musket or something, or Belle's sun gun.
Where I was gonna I was imagining like the Neustrian Rebel Republic brand or something. She's like,
And like I've signed it too.
you just congratulations, Jack. You're now a traitor and and literally marked as a rebel. That, or I was hoping for a tramp stamp.
Okay, I will mark this down on my possessions. Rebel tattoo.
Oh God, it's the Rebel Alliance thing.
Yeah, it's the Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's nice.
I also want to mention when Como was being dragged out of the police station, we got a good long shot, like her being put into a carriage, like with the full like push their head down and get them into it thing, except up, which is kind of awkward. But it sort of lingers on that shot for a few seconds, and there's a statue being erected in the courtyard.
Okay.
Of?
It's not done yet. There's a symbol, and there's like a couple engineers sort of like arguing over the blueprints, but
It's probably nothing.
Yeah, it's probably not.
Yeah,
it's a
fine.
different, probably nothing actually.
Oh.
Great.
So yeah, so that's one of Jack's downtime. Does anyone have
Yeah.
anything, or is Oracle following her nose?
Yeah.
I could-
I'm gonna use that for stress if that's okay.
Sure.
segue into like the Nora Jack like clothing exchange being him doing his stress because his vice is luxury. So we're like doing the full like clothing try on montage.
Oh
and
yeah.
tailoring routine and all that. And that's okay with Nora.
Yep. No. She was originally Edgar's vice purveyor when he had luxury. Before I switched it later. But yeah, no,
know.
like that. It's totally like what she's doing.
What does Belle indulging stress look like?
Oh, that whole process healing
Okay.
Jack
Yeah.
is going to be.
Ooh, Jack feels a lot better now. Thank you.
So exercising your sadism.
Right.
Perfect.
Sounds fitting.
And then Jack and Nora do the makeover.
Yeah, the whole Pretty Woman montage, front to back, and then Sai looking slightly more rakish than he did before.
Mm-hmm. Well, and like maybe your hair gets done, like by one of Nora's friends or something, and it's like, yeah.
I wonder how long it's been since Jack had a haircut. Actually, probably a while.
Does he shave?
And a coin to train prowess.
Okay.
Which I want to think Edgar's free, right? We didn't actually.
Yeah.
All right.
He was just
I want Edgar to teach Jack how to fence. Like Jack wants fencing lessons from Edgar.
Okay. Yeah, Edgar would totally do it.
And I mean, Edgar learned a thing or two.
Yeah.
About fencing.
Yes.
Yeah, because Jack's never been very good at it at all. So actually knowing how to do that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I had enough XP at the end of that last session to max out his finesse.
So you learned a lot then.
Yeah. Don't get shot.
Yeah.
Rule number 1: don't get shot.
That's actually the most important part of a sword fight.
Yeah. Very close together, the don't get shot and don't get stabbed parts.
It's true.
Rule 3 is a ways off from there. But.
So where do you go to practice fencing? Like your hideout is in the middle of a giant like green space, like a giant public park.
Aren't we under a huge tree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's just go duel in the shade of the tree.
Okay.
Sure.
Not on the branches.
I know Jack could handle dueling on the branches because Jack's pretty good at jumping. I don't know about Edgar. If Edgar's up to it, we could.
Yeah.
I think Edgar has 0 prowl or 1.
Right, but I mean, I think that's only if you're sneaking.
It's also moving fancy, I want to say. I believe.
Prowl definitely does jumping around and stuff. I don't know if finesse might also.
I think
is the
finesse
question
is
for
like
me.
the fine motor skills, and prowl is
No,
more
not the-
coarse motor skills.
I
Not
mean,
the
I
gross
imagine
motor
in a
skills.
controlled situation, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's crouching tiger this. We'll just bounce around the tree at each other.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely
Not for this.
useful sword duel practice.
It's pretty useful for Jack actually, because Jack tends to wind up in these situations. So I'll learn a little bit from Edgar about how to not die in a tree.
Done.
Just like the first time Edgar fought anyone in this campaign, he's going to probably be saying some like really shitty puns with each swing he takes.
Oh yeah.
I'm also wearing the stuff that I just got from Nora.
Oh man, it's honestly kind of, maybe this is a little therapeutic for Crow.
Yeah.
Like he's got a new little brother.
Yes. That he took on a date.
Well,
These things happen.
not to mention Edgar knows who he comes home to.
Yes.
And Nora's pretty secure, I'm sure.
Yeah.
She knows she's got him on lock.
Yeah.
So
She's probably watching from somewhere down below, like just kind of fanning herself while watching.
cool. So what's Nora up to this downtime? Other than helping the men with their problems.
Yes.
Or the man with his problems.
I'm gonna do some personal training, I guess, and style that is like when she was persuading Jack to wear her stuff instead of whatever he continued to wear, because she was furious with him ever since like that first
Mhm.
disguise session, and he didn't make the costumes that she made.
Checks out.
He didn't wear.
Mhm.
So she considers that a win that she finally convinced him, even though Belle helped.
So you're all spending your time like pretty firmly underground so far, so?
I mean, she's out in like the park in the shade of the tree, watching them on the branches. After that, I got nothing at the moment.
Okay. Is this when, maybe that's when Oracle wanders up? When the duel's happening up in the branches.
Okay. Yep. So this not like super old, but 50s, 60s lady walks up, decently dressed. She's kind of smiling, and she just leans against a tree and watches the young men fighting.
And I mean, like, Crow doesn't even look like super young. Like, he's going gray pretty prematurely, but otherwise he's in good shape.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, how old is Jack? Like, I'm thinking early 20s mentally.
Mentally.
Well, like, my mental picture. Him mentally, he's like 14.
Yeah, probably mid-20s at the latest, I think. Like,
Okay.
he's a spurned and burnt, like, young, noble dude.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. There's some attractive young men fighting up that tree.
Attractive might be a strong word for Jack.
Well, at least half of them are attractive.
He's dashing. Jack is dashing.
I mean, you've got confidence, and you're probably shirtless and being athletic, so let's not kid ourselves here. That goes a pretty long way.
Oh.
There are some well-dressed men in that tree.
She's gonna kind of walk over to Nora and put a hand on her shoulder and say, which one are we looking for to win? Is there money involved?
Oh, good.
Oh my god.
Oh, Granny.
Yes, let's roll this out. Let's do it. Yes.
Nora, well, at first she's kind of like reflexively going to grab the hand, but she stops herself. She just like finds this whole situation bizarre.
Oh, sorry, personal space. That's I get it. I am known for being a bit too familiar. I apologize.
And Nora, how well connected are you?
Pretty well connected. Like I am one of the most sought after seamstresses in town, and my parents are pretty well known.
I mean criminally.
Oh, well, I am a spider.
Right.
I know people. I haven't, I'm only just starting to actively seek out those relationships. So,
Oracle, what gives you away as being, at least in, like, to someone in the know, what gives you away as having been a puff?
There's gotta be like, maybe, I mean,
like
she's...
I think it's a poppy on your lapel or something.
I was about to say either that or like you can see the jacket sleeve where it's open. You can see like space for some vials or something where you want to transport something and
Discreetly.
keep it close to you. Yeah.
yeah, as Nora goes to like grab, the oracle's wrist, she stops, looks at it, and looks back up. Can I help you?
Well, I was hoping that I could help you all. Actually,
She totally just clocked you too.
who did what?
And like Nora figured out where you're from.
Oh yeah. She's not like ashamed of it.
Yeah.
He goes, yes, I was actually hoping I could help you all. Perhaps we can discuss some things after the acrobatics are finished.
Okay. Well, to answer your previous question, and she just kind of like gestures at Edgar. Like he probably does something where he breaks away from Jack, and he's like further out on the branch or something, and he's like swinging his cane sword while talking about something like how to switch from, like how to be more ambidextrous.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, and like changing your footing in your like which your sword hand, and like how that can give you an advantage, and like slip some shitty pun in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like it
Yeah,
can be a
like-
sinister trick or something.
With each enunciation for the shitty pun, he flicks the sword.
Yeah.
Just for emphasis. Anyway, she points to Edgar to indicate she's betting on Edgar.
Did you say the pretty one?
Yes.
I had a feeling you two were an item, but that sort of just seals the deal.
What gives you that impression? She has
Oh.
a ring.
Yeah.
Let's say I know things. I see things. I'm very observant.
Does Oracle give any indication who she's gonna bet on?
Oh, was no.
You asked, and so
Yep. Oh, Andrew, I wanted to let you know which power I took, just
Yep.
in case it plays into effect.
Yeah, it's the spirit one where you can like see dead people.
I
Yeah.
always know when there's supernatural shit around. Yeah.
Wow, that word supernatural is pretty fucking broad.
Mm-hmm.
This park is definitely some kind of confluence of things.
hmm
And like you get the sense of potential, especially like under that tree.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So are we betting, or what's the?
and-
How about this? I have an interesting proposition for you.
yes.
If your man wins,
Mm-hmm.
let's say I will give you something that you probably value. It's not supposed to be sinister. Just saying. I feel it's something that will help you with your more legitimate business ventures.
And if I lose,
If you lose, you have to invite me into your little dwelling for some tea.
all right.
But if not, perhaps we could talk out here, and I can arrange to have your...
We can do
Winnings
that anyway. Maybe something else.
What does Oracle want from these people?
Does she want a pretty dress?
She mostly just wants to help burn shit down.
So yeah, when you ask what Oracle wants, I think like you see a brief like blaze in her eyes, like you see like the same sort of look that maybe Belle will be giving people in 40 years.
I want to enact change, and I feel that you and your friends may be the organization to help make that a reality.
Nora's not gonna say anything but turn back to like the fight and
And
advance herself a little more.
I mean, Edgar is like very clearly the better duelist in this engagement. Yeah, it's very much like it's a training fight more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine at some point, like, Jack is dangling from a tree branch by his arm,
Yeah,
and Edgar is standing over the top of him, like, telling him some deep truth about fencing that's going completely unheard because Jack is trying not to fall.
well, it probably starts with hang in there.
Yeah.
Oh. Edgar's that guy. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe
Yes.
bops him slightly on the knuckles with like
Yeah.
a flat part of the blade. Just bump, bump, bump.
No. So he
In there.
points his sword down. He's still waving it while he's talking, and he keeps swiping it near Jack's hands and tapping the branch. But
I'm
then
not cutting you. I'm not cutting you. I'm not cutting you.
You went out on a limb on that one.
I'm sure this would all be funnier were I up there with you. However, and Jack would, like, bounce the branch.
Yeah, just branching out, and then Edgar like leans down to help him up.
Yeah.
Now's when you strike and pull him down.
I mean, if you think Edgar doesn't know how to fight dirty,
Yeah.
cool.
That's true.
So it seems you've lost this round, Oracle. And Nora, your handsome boy, won the day.
My hero. He probably.
What a delightful surprise. And you can kind of see this little grin on her face, like that was absolutely not surprising that worked out that way.
Yeah.
I guess I have to keep my end of the bargain.
Nora's
and Nora,
very curious.
you know, like that this was her plan from the start. Like,
Mm-hmm.
manipulating people is what you're good at.
Yeah.
And so I mean, you saw this coming a mile off.
Mm-hmm. I'm probably going to invite her like into the base anyway, as the guys are climbing down.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, they probably have like this rope, from the branch made up of silk shirts that Belle stole from Edgar.
Definitely. What's Belle up to when, a visitor enters your fortress of solitude?
Planning a coup
Okay.
openly.
Yep.
The usual, yeah.
Is that your second downtime action?
Yeah.
Cool. So do you want to?
It seems like a new project, Clive, right?
No, it's Who Shall Belle Killify?
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
At least in my mind.
For clock, actually.
I mean, she could kill someone during that coup. It's not unheard of.
Well, I mean, like this is who does she kill to start destabilizing things, and so
Yeah.
the first clock here is target resolution.
So yeah, I have 6 XP to spend on this if necessary. But like, how I find target? Like, what do you? Should I be talking to people? Should I be investigating? This is probably not a prowl or a hunt yet, right?
I mean, you tell me. Hunt would be like tracking the person. You have a name.
I have a name.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I'm going to track the shit out of them. I'm going to figure out where they're weakest, and I'm going to set up about a quarter mile away, and I'm going to snipe the shit out of them.
Cool. So yeah, give me a hunt then if you're following them, or a prowl if you're trying to sneak up on them. You have been warned that they are very sneaky.
Very sneaky.
I'm gonna prowl about unseen. So I'm gonna take prowl here.
Cool.
Do we the training?
Mhm.
What is that for this group? Is it prowess or insight?
Yes.
Prowess, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend a coin to do an extra train or an extra downtime action.
And train prowess.
And train prowess. So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I don't have mastery, do I?
No.
So I can't actually
Nope.
boost that. So
No.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. So you can take your
I don't
coin
have
back.
mastery.
2 6s.
Ah!
Jesus.
The turn of crit fingers.
Yep.
I have to hurt the party in order to crit.
So yeah, you like there's a couple times where she looks over her shoulder and you aren't there, and she's like very clearly disturbed by this, and she's moving in ways that are hard to predict. Like she's clearly trained in counter espionage and like counter surveillance. But yeah, she definitely leads you straight to her house.
I know where you live.
Boop.
What's the name of this person that Bell's following again?
Steph,
That's right.
the daughter. So, last session, Bell, you went and talked to a rebel contact, and you were like, "Hey, how can I like overthrow the government?" And they were like, "Oh, just kidnap the governor's daughter, and you can probably then get him to show himself." So you now know where the governor's daughter lives.
And this is apparently somebody that we knew from before too.
Yep.
A little bit.
She was friends with Sly. She was that cop.
If you're a cop, you got to tell me.
Yeah, she was a cop.
Yeah, she told you.
It's not going to stop me. I just wanted to know.
Doop, 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 doop. And then I push, nope, this button.
Push nope.
Boop.
Nope. I love my note button.
There
If
you
you
go.
keep a log of them, you would put them in a notebook.
Cool. So yeah, I'm guessing like the party comes back, and you've got like this red string arrayed over a map of the city, and like basically you know every way into and out of her apartment, probably at least one of which is secret to her, and yeah,
I like it.
cool.
Yeah, and I'll start like asking. I don't know. Nora's going to be involved. I don't know how yet. Thanks.
Okay. So yeah, Oracle, you're being led around. What does the base look like? Because I know it's underground. Excuse me, and it's under a tree. Under the tree.
Oh, no, damn it.
In my head, and this is completely ridiculous because I think it's anachronistic, but it's like half cave and half like collapsed subway station.
I don't know why a subway would go out there.
No.
Like I don't think it's correct. But that's just what's been in my head.
Okay. I mean, maybe it's similar to that. There is an abandoned naval base. So maybe like that's just the only entrance, and there's like a submarine key that you utilize.
I like it.
It's part of our secret passages
Yeah.
ability.
Yeah,
It's always just weirdly damp down here.
it's not weird. Like it's an underwater submarine
If
key.
only we could figure out
Like
why it was
damp.
so damp.
It's always explicably damp when
Yeah.
we're underwater.
Incredibly,
Yes.
explicably damp. And the naval base was shut down to move to a larger facility, which is like in this area, up in North Van. That white arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Sweet.
So yeah, it's like a half dug cave into this submarine base, complete with like some barracks where everything is just constantly uncomfortably damp.
Yes. It's like a real barracks.
Mm-hmm. And I mean a few amenities of like that the Gregorian military would provide.
Mm. Like tea.
Yep, they got a lot of tea.
Except it's all damp. I hate wet tea.
Dry iced tea only.
Mm-hmm. I like that good crunch.
Good, got there. Oh boy.
Oh well, this is an interesting location to set up a hideout. I do have to admit, the hiding it in the woods was quite clever.
It's harder for the fascists to find.
It's also harder to get a decent drink nearby.
Not with Edgar.
Imagine Edgar's like holds out a flask. That thing.
I was about to say, Oracle opens up like her little like traveling coat she's got, and there's 2 different flasks. And she opens one and she sniffs it. She goes, "Nope, nope, this one. Here you go."
Nope.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna die now. So, I guess first things first. Madam, I'm a woman of my word, and I have a few bolts of a very fine silk that I can have delivered here, or perhaps to your business, if that would be more appropriate.
Here, she starts waving her hand, saying something about having to keep records of where she gets her materials from, and it's like easier this way.
And then
Sure.
Edgar just interjects. Like, but if you'd like to have them delivered to my establishment.
He would. Or he probably even starts talking about like designs. Like he's probably trying to guess what the fabric looks like.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he's like, oh, maybe it's like a lovely rich purple, or oh, I look so good in, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he's up to for like the next 5 minutes, is staring off into a wall.
Thinking.
Yeah. But like talking about it so everyone can enjoy his great fashion sense.
Mm-hmm. Nora is going to, I don't know, like reach her hand out for a handshake or something to seal it.
She shakes her hand.
Okay.
Oh right, you've got the supernatural senses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was definitely like a bunch of death in here.
Recently, or like a long time ago?
A long time ago.
Oh, because
Why
the
not
place
both?
flooded. ¿Por qué no los dos? Okay. Whew, there's yeah.
Yeah, like it's a chill in the air.
Yeah. Is anyone else cold? I know that, stereotype.
It
us,
feels
us older
muggy
ladies are
as
always cold.
shit down here.
A little bit, but then I'd lost a lot of blood recently, so I could be related.
Probably part. I don't want to get to that just yet. Yes. So, I would say I've heard word, but mostly let's say I've pulled a few strings, and they've led me here. And I think that our fates are tied together. And I think that the 4 of us, and perhaps any incidental associates and such, could perhaps make some change in the sort of overthrow the existing regime kind of chain.
I think
Yes.
that's where Belle responds.
Yeah.
Is that it? Just
Belle doesn't look up from her gun.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm into that. Let's do it.
Excellent. That took decidedly less convincing than I thought it would. So that's positive. Is there anything you need from me, or
I mean, guns, people.
I'm sorry. What is your name again?
Give you some money.
You can call me Oracle if that works. Or are
Your name?
are we doing real names?
Yes.
Catherine.
Okay. That's fake as shit, but okay. I'm kidding. She doesn't say that. Yeah, she says it's nice to meet you, Catherine. She starts talking a little bit about Belle because,
because Belle is terse as ever.
And super rad. Belle's the best.
Belle broods awesomely in a corner.
Mm-hmm.
Spits out some chewing tobacco and continues cleaning a gun. Gesundheit.
Belle can
excuse
also
me.
show you her extensive collection of restraint devices.
Nora probably also offers Catherine some like shawls or something since she was talking about being cold.
I appreciate it. I don't know that they will deal with this kind of cold, but I'm more than willing to try.
What is it exactly that you do, Miss Oracle?
Oh, well, as the name implies, I'm a little bit of a fortune teller of sorts. I've been known to dabble in slightly stranger things and general miscreant. I've worked with the Puffs for a little while. I know my way around weapons and violence when necessary. Okay, do you all not realize that a lot of people died in here?
A lot of people drive
Define a
a
lot.
lot of places.
I mean, I think we knew
Hundreds.
to an extent when we moved in.
Not hundreds, but definitely like more than 20.
Mhm.
Say there were dozens of us. Dozens.
If you focus, you could probably start picking out names after a little while.
Dozens of people died here. It wasn't pretty, but I guess that's how you end up with an unoccupied naval base.
They don't come cheap.
Wow.
People died at the bad place too, so it's kind of what we do. Thing.
Edgar kind of wishes he let you fall. No, but can Edgar hear anything? Because he can talk to spirits and understand them.
There's probably like that. Do you know that? What is it? It's like a free voice clip, and it's always the whisper. So whenever you're sneaking in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, there's like that whisper track that plays. It's that.
Okay.
Yeah. And it loops like every 6 seconds.
Yep.
And it's in like most video games because it's a free audio asset that's actually
I
pretty
remember
decent
that
quality.
like very well now. Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's that.
Good.
Edgar's flask is empty.
Okay. Yeah, you probably don't like it down here too much, Crow.
No.
But like you probably weren't able to quite put your finger on it until she mentioned it.
No, it doesn't surprise him. He's gonna try not looking too bothered, but like, it not immediately, but like 10, 20 minutes from now, he's gonna say he's gonna have to go back to his bar.
Okay. Cool. So are we moving on to the score, or?
I'm gonna say my other downtime action is like kind of resolve and talking to
Cool.
Oracle.
old. I mean, if you want to do a different thing, that's fine too. We can take time for that. I just wasn't sure if we were moving on or not.
No, I don't really have anything else in mind.
Okay.
So.
Well, you have no heat, and I did check the rules. It's 1 wanted level to send someone off to jail. So
we're down to 1 wanted level?
1 wanted level, 0 heat.
Woot. That's better.
Which was a lot of heat you just cleared
There's
for
a lot of heat.
the low cost of handing Como over to her parents.
So what you're saying is we should break her free from her parents' house and then deliver her right back to jail for that last wanted level.
Do it again, yeah.
Not only that, she would thank you for getting her away from her parents. Like, she would gladly walk her ass into jail.
Is there any way Como can send us a message?
They have her literally chained to her bed if she's being as cooperative as she was. And, like...
She has tiny mechanical spiders.
I just want to point out that, like... Well, I'm guessing she surrendered all of those during the police interrogation.
Fuck.
Um,
Probably.
And most of your weapons, if not all of them.
Yeah. She's not a fan of butt spiders, so, yeah, you gotta...
Exactly.
Fair. That's fair.
And the other thing is, like, they have proven themselves sufficiently muddied and resourceful to get her out of admitting to, like, multiple homicide.
And also murder and, like, theft and murder of a train, which apparently is that's a pretty big thing.
Did you say murder of a train?
Yeah.
That train was
that
very
train.
dead. I also want to just point out that, like, if we are taking a brief look at Como, like, literally chained to a bed, but, like, the house looks a lot sparser than when she grew up. Like, there's blank spots on the walls where portraits used to be and stuff like that. So, I mean, just the house is in generally worse repair than it was, but, like, your parents still clearly have some capital. It's just they've been sinking it somewhere.
Okay. That'll be something we have to...
Nope.
I guess-
Nope. You still have a pawn that you owe the world.
Sorry, what?
Just say it so we can move on.
Just say it.
That train's life went way off track.
There we go.
There you go.
So, God, I'm not reading. I need to mute this tab so it stops making the chat noise. That's better. So I mean, how does Rigney let you know he's got a job for you? Or do you just check in every so often?
We just check in every so often.
Yeah, we just take a trip
Okay.
down there. Slim
Yeah.
with the plebes.
And I mean, like, it's not that far from your base of operations.
Uh-huh.
Does Oracle drink at all?
She has 2 flasks. So
Okay. So yeah.
Those are not her flasks for drinking. Those are flasks. Yes.
Sharing
Yes. No, she
with
she'll knock
friends
some back.
and
She's a grandma, so she
Unfriends.
has to have stuff on hand, right?
Yeah.
Like that's
exactly.
she can't just carry bandoliers of baked goods, so she has to carry flasks of booze.
She could
and,
carry bandoliers of baked goods. A plot point in the last season was a drug cookie, which was sufficiently strong enough to knock out 2 guards.
yeah.
And that was from the gang that she used to work for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, nice. May have to work some of those old contacts at some point. So yeah, I guess Oracle would probably be asking if there was some sort of, like, proving mission she can go on to show that she's, go on with you all to show you that she's not useless.
Well, Rigney lets you know he has a job for you the next time you drop by sundown. He's got a contact, and they are looking for some deniable assets to perform a job of questionable repute. But the target of said job is a warehouse owned by... where is that? It used to be right here. Oh, did I rename them? Basically a customs house that has seized a bunch of illicit goods traveling into the city.
Okay.
And your contact is a gentleman identifying himself as Michael. Actually, let's go with
Okay.
Mikhail.
Mikhail?
Yep.
Mikhail?
Pardon?
Are we supposed to meet Mikhail somewhere?
I mean, that's the idea, or you can set up a meet at the bar that you're in called Sundown.
What's so? I like meeting at the bar. I'll motion to the our bartender / contact
Yeah.
with one gloved hand, and he'll know that he now has to go shelf to get that thing, the only thing that I'll drink in his bar.
How much money does Jack have?
Not very much, but he burns it on really stupid shit.
What's your lifestyle, or is this you indulging in your vice?
It could be either or. I am just a couple from being lifestyle rank 1, I think, is how
Okay.
that works.
Yeah, you're 2 away.
but-
So I mean,
yeah.
I think the top shelf stuff might actually like cost you something.
Oh.
So if you're
Here's what happens. I make the hand motion,
Yeah.
and then he like sardonically reaches for the top shelf stuff, and then I have to like wave him down
no, he's like
because he knows that it hurts me inside
yeah.
to do that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then he
Yeah.
gets to like the bottom, and you're drinking Colt 49,
Yep.
legally
You're
distinct
drinking
beverage. It's actually like non-fermented potato juice.
Oh,
It's just like milky water with starch in it.
Yeah. It's like half fermented.
we have the finest vodka and rim here. Get it while it's lukewarm.
Yeah. Cool. I also want to just point out, Jack, if you take one more action to heal, which would cost you a coin, regardless of what comes up on the dice, you would clear that level 2 harm.
Ooh, hold on. I have a thing.
Mhm.
So, as we're at the bar, Oracle's gonna kind of elbow Jack and say, "Hey, care to engage in a wager?"
A sharp old lady elbow hits you in the sore rib.
I'll turn, trying to keep the look of pain off my face. What sort of a wager, old one?
Wow.
There's a little kind of grimace there, and she goes, "If you can drink more than I can, I'll pay for your tab and a little bit extra on top.
That's a
And if-
dangerous fucking bet.
And if you can't, then let's say you owe me a favor to be collected at a future date. No questions asked."
What would we be drinking? I have a refined palate.
Of course you do. And then she grabs your cup and smells it, and she goes, perhaps something a shelf or two above that.
You.
This is something that is like hidden under the bar, just so people don't see it and judge the rest of the bar.
Perhaps something kept above sea level.
Fine, old woman, you have your bet.
Okay, a slight adjustment. You don't get to call me old anymore. If I
No.
win.
Yeah.
In addition to the favor,
Yes, a favor, and you can't call me old anymore.
Okay.
And yeah.
It is a deal is struck. Let us to be getting wasted.
A deal is struck. Let's up get fucked.
Can we all get in on this? Because
I'm not going
Yeah.
to say no.
Okay, good.
How do we want to resolve this? Like, does everybody
Resolve?
agree on a winner, or
We could. I mean, if you want to like, not so much roll to resist, but actually like roll a resistance to
Yeah.
the alcohol to see who can make it the longest.
Yeah, that was going to be my mechanical suggestion.
Oh,
But I was just going to be like, if we can just agree on a winner for narrative purposes, that's also good.
So I mean, for shits and giggles, whoever rolls the best, but like it only really matters between the two of them for their little wager. So
Okay, I think this is resolve.
I think so.
Awesome. I'm
I
great
mean,
at
you
that.
tell. I mean, if you want to roll something different,
I mean, the only thing that's gonna make any sense is prowess, and there's no way I'm like dancing
Cheat.
my way away from this bullet, right?
prowess
You
is also
resist-
like bodying it, right?
It also says resist
Cheat.
consequences from physical strain or injury, so you could be like just forcing
Maybe
yourself.
Jack's like Kylo Renning the
Yeah.
wound the whole
Yeah.
time to keep himself.
Yep.
Okay. I
Fuck,
buy
that's
that.
really good.
Yep.
so
Kylo Renning the wound is an amazing phrase.
Yes.
It's right up there with tepid potato water.
Cool.
Alright, I'm good with that. I'm good with rolling prowess. I don't
Yeah.
suck at prowess.
All right. Let's
Okay.
see. Let's see these resistance rolls.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go resolve because
Sure.
Oh,
Oh shit.
oh shit,
Oh shit!
I mean, Jack is winning. 6 and 5
Yes,
beats
but
6 and
only
4.
on a technicality. That is
Yep.
pretty impressive.
you want
Yep.
to
Are we-
do one
are we
more?
all
You wanna do
rolling?
one more roll?
I mean,
Zach?
Belle, if you're in the contest. No, I mean
About
6 and
to-
5 beats 6 and
Yeah,
4.
I'll roll tiebreaker, assuming.
Oh,
Okay, there we
shit.
go.
Oh Jesus.
no, that makes
One-
sense to me.
1, 2, 3, go. Fuck! What?
Come on, Jack.
I'm rolling. I'm trying to roll. There we go. Hold on.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Nice.
Nailed it.
Yep. So yeah, everyone ties one on. Nora's like asleep when the contact comes in and like sits down at the table, and I think that startles you awake.
And
so-
Jack is like telling stories the whole time of like his past exploits, most of which are imaginary.
Oh yeah.
so someone is going to have to stop Belle from William telling someone.
Telling. Oh,
What?
Imagine the
William
Bell, like,
telling
singing-
someone. So
singing
someone puts an
drunkenly, like,
apple on their head and Belle shoots it off them.
Oh, I see. I was gonna say Nora probably fell asleep leaning against Belle.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so we set a bottle on Nora's head, right?
Yeah, but I can't like.
Yeah, that's awkward.
Maybe I'm drunk. Maybe I think I can.
We play a game where you balance the bottle on Nora's head, and depending on where it falls, somebody has to drink out of it.
But yeah, however we get there, Jack is clearly the least schmammered.
Yeah.
So
when
I wasn't
Mikhail
even
comes in.
totally clear on what I won, so we'll revisit that later.
Oh, basically, I just gave you a coin, but that was
Oh,
my
nice.
grandma way of doing it.
All right, can I then retroactively spend that coin on getting healed?
Yeah, and I mean that was the healing. Like you needed this, and it was
I just disinfected the crap out of myself. Is what happened.
basically.
She she plops a giant like loaf of bread on the table from her jacket, like forearm length maybe,
Just
and it
pulls it out of hammer space.
It makes this heavy thud when it hits the table,
That's what wakes up Nora,
Can-
not the
can I just
guy
say-
coming in.
and she says, "Eat up," and then gives you a little wink, and then goes back to drinking.
I just say I love the fact that Grandma has like an interdimensional space under her clothes,
Mhm.
but it only produces foodstuffs.
Yes, baked foodstuffs.
Well, and the booze, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Grandma's purse of holding.
basically. So yeah, your contact walks in, pulls up a chair to your booth in the back.
Ah, welcome, fine gentlemen. And Jack would slam like 2 empty shot glasses in front of him. You have
He's-
come at a wonderful time.
And he sits down kind of gingerly, and he's like, he seems bemused. Like, he clearly came here expecting stuffier people than you.
Like professionals.
Well, not
Not
even
a-
that, just like, kind of, but also like stuffed shirts or like people who are just dour. And the fact that you seem to have like a joie de vivre is like sort of refreshing to him. And maybe he like buys the next round. And so Rigney comes over and, you know, like basically drops another bottle of whatever you were drinking. By this point in time, you're all sufficiently drunk that it's cheap stuff again. And yeah, basically, like, he was expecting a bunch of, like, grumpy people with scars and, like, yeah. He's like, well, it's I'm Mikhail, and, like, handshakes anybody who's there.
Norwood.
Nora, how connected to, like, the financial world are you? Because
Really?
this guy isn't well dressed. Like, he's clearly putting in a bit of an effort, but his, like, clothes are all, a year out of fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, everything looks like it's been well loved, but it's still starting to, like, get threadbare a little bit.
She probably recognizes that because that's basically what Edgar was sort of like when she first met him.
So yeah,
Sort of. Yeah, come on.
this guy is definitely, like, trying to dress better than he can afford.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
it,
so
like,
Edgar.
the idea is that, like, I mean, it makes them look more legitimate, and their business probably isn't booming, but
Mm-hmm.
they're doing well enough that, like, the starting material was good enough, and he's just getting a full lifetime out of it. But basically, he's gonna slide, like, a writ of payment worth 4 coin just onto the table, and say, this is down payment. This is the first half. The second half can be collected upon delivery. We require a crate from a warehouse located in the harbor district.
This is a smuggling job.
I mean,
Yeah, I wish we knew some smugglers.
if only, right?
Where are we dropping this off to?
Here's fine.
Okay.
Rigney can get it to my associates.
He seems a capable sort.
And, like, he smiles at you and, like, probably tops up your drink.
You're pretty good people. Mikhail.
Well, I
You have a good face.
remember what it was like, and in a way, I'm still there. You're not the only ones feeling the weight of the yoke and struggling against it.
Here.
Yeah, yeah. And Nora, do you think Nora would know which faction this guy's from?
I mean, she did. If Edgar knows, like, if Edgar would know, she would know.
Edgar probably wouldn't, but I'm thinking Nora might have a shot.
I have a vague description of the faction.
So I mean, like, they're definitely financial in nature,
Okay.
but not super well off. So I mean, mechanically, that means a low tier.
Yeah. I probably would know of them. If
Okay,
not,
so it's
because of,
mischief
like, church
mitigation
stuff.
mutual.
Okay.
And they seem to be making a bit of a play trying to find like, down and out elements and getting them on side, like, on their side. And basically, like, they make their money either insuring things that mysteriously get robbed,
Mm-hmm.
and then, or basically, like, they're less legitimate insurance in money laundering.
Yeah. I probably know of them.
Okay.
I feel like Edgar would too.
He's. Yep. Protection racket.
Basically, yeah, it'd be a real shame if this expensive box disappeared.
All right. Yeah. Drunken conversation. Assuming he's still there.
Mm-hmm.
And the one question is, how heavy is this box? Like,
I mean, and he, like, sort of gestures, like, looks around the table and basically, like, picks up 6 empty bottles, like 6 empty 26-ounce bottles. He's like, it'll be about this size.
oh, we can handle that.
Yes,
Even the old lady here could probably carry that bag. I'm pretty fine.
Oh, and you've won the bets. You can still call her
Yeah.
old. Oh, you fucked up.
Oh, you poor, poor child.
No, it's bless your heart.
See, I'm making fun of the fact that he has no money.
Mm. I mean, how rich are you now?
Grandma's got sources. That's fine.
Okay.
She's got enough money to party.
Okay.
She doesn't make drug cookies for free.
I'm imagining, like, my mental image of your character is that old lady that I told you about, or I told the Hangouts chat about 2 weeks ago, where it was like 65-year-old lady very clearly smoking a joint walking down the streets of Vancouver, like the sidewalks, wearing a shirt that says, wherever the part, like, I'm
The party's
center of
wherever I am.
Yeah, basically, like, the party's wherever I am or something. And it's just like, fucking, you go. Like, that's good.
Oh, Grandma.
Sounds good.
So that's
That's
my
her.
mental image for Oracle,
Granny don't
My-
give a fuck.
basically.
My image was if Wynn from Dragon Age peddled booze and drugs. Along with heels.
Yeah, although a bit younger, I think.
Right. But just as sassy.
Fair.
So I've got a question for our contact.
Mhm.
How do we know that you're really into overthrowing the government?
How committed are you?
We need proof right now.
Are you losing a pinky committed?
Go shoot a
That's the
cop
question.
now.
I mean, I'm in this bar talking to you, asking you to hit a government target, and I have already paid you for such, which means I am as guilty as you are. And, like, he clearly seems to, like, know his way around the law.
We'll sort of swing his cane out onto the table
Mhm.
and let it land with a slap. And drunkenly pointed at the guy. Like, you better be on the level, friend.
He
Table
flinches a
manners,
little bit because
dear.
he's not, like, accustomed to violence or threats thereof. Like, a little bit.
Table manners, dear. It's pretty obvious that you are not to be trifled with, so that threats are better unspoken. It should just be like implied.
Ah, this
Yeah.
is the wisdom of age speaking. I apologize, friends.
Okay, we'll do this, but I want some of your blood.
I'm sorry, what?
No, let's hear her out.
So, ghosts can, like, determine whether or not you're telling the truth if you feed them your blood. Belle's totally bullshitting. She's drunk as shit.
Mm-hmm.
This just turned into like that kind of YouTube video. I want everybody to know that.
Yes.
Like we just went straight into like weird ass
Oh, yeah.
conspiracy theory.
And
Territory.
Oracle, you know that Belle is spouting some bullshit. Belle is back on her bullshit, and you haven't met her before.
Oh yeah. No, she's just. I'm not gonna call her out in front of our
No,
contact.
God, no.
No, but surely Oracle has something she can do with the blood that we're going to get for this person.
Got flasks. I mean, she's got flasks. So
She's gonna try to like, not so much kick you like real hard under the table, but like kind of tap your shin with her foot.
Yeah. No, I get it. And like, I very obviously wave you off. It's like, no, but we need to know what's like. How are we going to find this person if they give us up to the cops, right? Or if they are a cop? Like, they can't just like double cross us and skate, right? That's like taking down the whole. It's a blemish on the whole revolutionary movement.
The writ of payment has their name on it. If we go down, they go down with us.
Is it? But it could be a fake name, like Belle.
He's like definitely stunned, and then he sort of recovers a little bit, and he's like, "Well, I could consider doing so, but I would have to adjust the payment. Quite frankly, I would demand compensance from my employer, and that would come out of your contract."
Oh, so but like that would negatively impact my attempted Pasha lifestyle. I imagine
Yes.
that our new friend would like an equal share. So
If I need to waive my share for the first mission. I understand there are entrance requirements, and no good work goes without a sacrifice.
Nora, am I a terrible, terrible person if we do that?
Yes. And, like, Nora's not even gonna, like, hesitate. And first
But
of
the
all,
wrong kind of terrible, right?
It
Yes.
seems deeply uncouth to haze the old.
So
So-
Mikhail at this point is going to say, "Well, do we have a deal, and can I leave now?"
So Nora is gonna reach over, shake his hands, and just say, "Ignore them. Like, they'll forget that they said all this shit in like half an hour."
And he sort of like does a slight bow to you,
Mm-hmm.
and says, I'm glad I could make this, meeting, and we could get a relationship started."
Feelings mutual. And
Good
we
evening,
will get
dear.
right
Tell your
on.
friends.
Hi, good luck to you.
I'm just imagining they're all hung over like the tables, like, "Have a good one."
Yeah,
Stay
calling after a guy who just left an ostensibly clandestine meeting.
We're being casual.
Don't worry, we'll take care of the thing. For sure.
Wink.
Got it.
One of them says, "Wink."
Yeah.
Babu,
Wait, really loud.
Babu, get the bill.
Why are you drunk, Bolin, from that episode where he ate too much ramen?
Ramen.
No,
Cool.
but she really has that fire ferret
That's
she, like-
true. Yep.
that she
Fuck,
never,
I'd forgotten about that.
because she never uses him.
Yep.
Except to get the bill when I'm drinking.
Yeah.
It's the most irritated hunting fire ferret ever.
Does he pay, or does he just bring the bill to you?
No, that's the sort of pointless expenditure of time and effort that Belle would revel in. A fire ferret that can fetch and pay the bill.
Yeah, no, like he goes into your wallet, he produces like the bills.
And like counts very obviously on the table.
Yeah, well, and then goes back to get like a bigger tip because he knows you've been a bit of an asshole tonight. Like, you
Just
are
like
clearly
every night,
underutilizing this ferret. It can do math.
Accountant.
No, but like hunting with the ferret, he makes her realize what an asshole she is.
Yeah.
So she doesn't take it hunting because she doesn't want to feel like guilt.
You can't take the judgment, like the constant judgment from the ferret.
This has been a good session so far. Cool. So yeah, there's a target. Does anyone want to do some reconnaissance or otherwise gather information?
Jack, shall we
If we got
team
time.
prowl?
Absolutely, let's go poke around. Uncly, like, tip my hat to the other two.
Yeah.
To the two ladies we're leaving behind at the bar.
I'm going to
I
go
like-
reconnoiter.
I high
You
five
should-
Nora
you should-
Yeah.
or something equally like.
And then, like, stumble on my way out the door.
I mean, it's decent cover, although prohibition's on. So
We're off to do crime.
Yeah, Nora high fives.
Yeah, we'll sing, like, a sea shanty about crime on the way there.
have good crime.
Me too.
We're off to do some crime.
Make sure to pack a treat.
Cool.
Wear an extra jacket.
Wait, can I have made the fire ferret like a little jacket?
Yes.
Or something?
Done.
Does it have its own drink paying for a wallet in the jacket?
Oh, it needs like a fucking hat now too.
It obviously has like the big giant
Yeah.
bell style
feathery
hat. Cool. So you're scouting out the warehouse.
Good idea.
Awesome. All right. Nora or Oracle, are you doing anything to investigate this place?
I guess in the sense of like gathering information, like just talking with people.
Okay. Who do you talk to?
Actually, hold on. It's a building.
Mhm.
I am gonna go pay Augustine another visit if that's okay, because Nora hasn't really talked to her since she woke up.
Yep. Yeah, we can play that scene out.
Okay.
Oracle, do you do anything to prepare?
I'm gonna do some, not like a super close up recon, but a little bit of reading and see if I can figure out if there's any supernatural stuff in the area that could either be a help or a hindrance.
There is definitely supernatural stuff in the area that can be a help or a hindrance. Because
Sweet.
it's the harbor and therefore right on the water. And therefore there's a whole bunch of like creepy sea beasties.
Mm.
So I mean,
Excellent.
depending on your method of approach of ingress and egress,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, squids might be a consideration. They're always problematic. There's the drowned dead, who, you know, probably aren't particularly well rested.
Mm-hmm.
There's a dog in Mike's camera that just wandered off.
Okay.
Supernatural
dog.
I think so.
Okay.
It's definitely preternaturally
Really pale.
cute. Yep.
Yeah. The eyes were glowing, so it seems like a good sign.
And I mean, like the whole city is just like sort of emitting a constant background radiation of magicalness.
Okay.
What with like being under, you know, the moon and like that direct power for so long.
Gotcha.
So I mean, yeah, there's a few avenues to explore there.
Okay. Well, I will ponder things and then.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. And so Jack and Belle are just scouting out. Are you going to be working in concert? Actually, Mike's wandered off. So let's. So Nora, you go visit Augustine. Where's she at?
This time I call her upon her house. Oh.
Okay. Well, so she's a
Whoa.
She's a student. So she's probably living in Kits because she's pretty well off.
Yeah.
I think she's right next to Jericho Beach, actually.
Okay.
So you go knock on the door, and maybe like her aunt answers. She's like, "Oh, sorry, dear. Like she's not here right now, but she's just over at the beach."
Thank you anyway. And she probably makes some small talk before she leaves.
Mm-hmm. Well, and like you have to show off the ring and that whole thing. Like you probably haven't been by to visit her family in a little while.
Yeah. That not a very good friend thing was kind of earned. So Nora is going to head to the beach, probably at like some place where they used to go together.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, like Augustine is very like sitting on a bench, looking out at the water and reading. And every so often she like throws, you know, like a chunk of celery down or something, and one of the wild rabbits scampers over and picks it up and runs off back to their warren.
Nora's going to approach and kind of tap on like I assume Augustine's sitting at one end, so Nora's going to be behind the bench at the other end, and she just kind of gently taps her fan on the bench to get Augustine's attention.
Oh my gosh! Oh, it's... Holy crap, it's you! How are you? And she, like, gets up, like, her book spills onto the floor, like, chunks of celery go everywhere, and, like...
Yeah.
She basically almost knocks you over, coming to tackle and hug you, and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, and I'm so glad you're okay, and it's been so long, and how dare you fucking do that to me, and oh god, it's so good to see," and like hugs you, and like,
yeah,
she's not like bigger than you or particularly strong, but she still manages to pick you up a little bit, and your legs do that like kicky thing.
Yeah, Nora's used to it.
Yeah.
Nora is probably laughing while she's like, you know, babbling and stuff.
Yeah.
And she's like kind of taking hold of Augustine's wrist and kind of shaking her as if like slowly getting her to try stop, like to stop talking and stuff. Just so that she can get a word in.
Well, and eventually Augustine's like, "Oh, right, sorry, just come sit down," and like she picks up her book, and like every chunk of celery that hit the ground is gone due to rabbit. You see a couple of the furry little butts run off into the warrens. One of them binkies which is a rabbit thing. And like, yeah, she basically like takes your hands and gets you to sit down on the bench next to her.
Nora's going to kind of like, look down at where she got shot because that's, where the attention is basically going to be. It's like, I survived my first gunfight. Just kind of as like that whole, I'm in crime now, by the way.
Which is, what? Did you kill a man? And she like grins a little bit.
And God damn it, I had to like not go mama, I killed a man.
Mama.
Put a bullet in his head.
I don't think Nora actually hit anyone.
No, but she killed someone in one of the episodes.
Yes.
She distracted that cop so I could stab him.
Yup.
No. Nora got our first kill. She killed the first dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I shot a cop.
Yep.
Jack was just following her lead, man.
I probably
put your gun against his head,
that.
pulled your trigger, now he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Life had just begun.
Yeah, Nora probably, realizes she didn't mention that last time they met. And, she's talking about that and she's talking about other things. Most of the time she's going to be talking about, like, Edgar and Belle.
Yeah. How much about Belle do you talk?
Belle taught me how to shoot.
Okay. Oh my, the Belle? The hero co-op?
Yeah.
Sorta.
I heard she went rogue. Killed an entire Navy base.
She's a bit of a rebel.
Wow. So I mean, like, you're here, so how can I help?
And then I'm gonna describe. First she's going to say, I wanted to apologize. I was doing a lot of thinking about what you said while I was recovering, and you're right. I haven't really been a great friend.
I mean, that was just. But
it was true.
And she stops.
Yeah.
Because she knows it's true, but she doesn't want it to be true.
Yeah.
Because she's feeling guilty.
And Nora knows that like she's going to like put her hands. Oh my God, Augustine's is like, you didn't shoot me. You didn't shoot me. Like, just keep repeating that. And and then she's gonna talk about how, while she does want to still have Augustine, like, receive Augustine's help in getting blueprints and stuff, she doesn't want that to be all their relationship becomes. So she just says she wants to make more of an effort. And then she says, and you said I owe you, so.
Well,
she has no idea Edgar did the thing with the cider.
Okay. She's like, well, I mean, you're here. Like, how can I help? I want to help. I
need to get blueprints for. I forgot what the building is already.
I mean, it's just a warehouse, but it's a secure warehouse in the harbor.
Yeah.
And there's not too many. Like, it's a secure customs warehouse in the harbor.
Yeah.
I also drew it huge. Like, that's 20 city blocks. So apparently it's a serious deal.
Wow.
It's not actually that big.
It's like that warehouse at the end of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, basically. You're robbing Warehouse 13.
Yeah, I was going to say how I picture it is it's one of several warehouses there, and she just wants the blueprints for the general warehouse sort of thing.
Yeah, there's probably a few things there, and like, I don't know, maybe one of them's military supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? It could be a lot of things.
Yeah, anything. Like a boat.
It could even be a boat. Cool. So yeah, she'll make a... I don't even know that you need to make a roll this time.
Yeah.
I think she feels too guilty.
Yeah.
Which, good job, asshole. And yeah, she's just gonna fork over the blueprints. You've got that single-use asset.
Great. After that, Nora's just gonna start talking about like wedding stuff.
Is she in the wedding party?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically about various locations because she hasn't picked one yet.
Okay. She's probably gonna suggest like, oh my god, my friend had like the nicest wedding. It's kind of a pain to get to, but just like, 2 hours north of town, there's this beautiful little like trading post and village that's still growing, and it's small, but it seems to be pretty promising. And basically, she's talking about Squamish.
Mm-hmm. Nora will remember this.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, and they're just talking some more.
Yeah, and so we fade out on that as like bunnies continue to frolic underneath the bench and everything.
I was picturing one bunny stole all of the celery at once.
No, it was a team effort.
Okay.
Small gang of rabbits.
Mm-hmm.
It was a team
Hippity
action with a bunch of it's a shadow crew of rabbits that
Yeah.
stole all the celery
Mm-hmm.
at once.
Yeah. What are so Jack and Belle are surveying the warehouse.
Yeah.
Survey.
So is it survey or what are we actually rolling here? Or are you doing
Poking
different
around.
things?
Yeah. Maybe Belle's looking at it through a scope, but Jack's like down there on the ground, sort of poking at the fences.
Okay.
We'd be better if we tagged up at fence poking, wouldn't we?
Probably.
You'd get like so you'd combine actions, so you'd get one less action overall
Oh, okay.
to
Well,
spend
but
on
we
could
gathering
add-
info,
we-
but
the
you
other
would be
thing that we
much
can-
more likely to succeed and even crit. So
Mm-hmm. The other thing where if we do the same thing, we combine all of our dice for crits. But I also have the thing where I have no dots in survey, so
well, I mean, so it can be survey or it can be other things, and you tell me how you're going about it.
Jack's pretty hands-on most of the time. So I would probably be walking the perimeter. Is it daytime or nighttime at this point? Is
Hey,
it-
you're pissed drunk. It was nighttime when you left, so
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I would be stumbling around, sort of spotted, and then see if there's like rooftop egress or
okay.
ways over through the fence. How can I get into this place without too much resistance or being seen? Not that I would probably do that right now.
Okay. And Belle, are you doing the same thing? Are you helping out, or
No, I'm gonna do my own thing.
so let's see it, Jack.
Okay. Prowl, I would believe.
Mhm.
Is there any sort of? Is it harder because I'm drunk?
I think because you're drunk, if you fail this, I'm just gonna whack you with a rolled up newspaper somehow. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, maybe you're better at this when you're drunk.
And the last time I did this, it didn't go very well.
Mhm.
So yeah, like maybe I drunkenly stumble like into the guardhouse and I get a head count, and then like
Yeah.
they like push me back outside. And,
Well, yeah, I mean, they aren't getting paid to, like, detain people, especially not drunks who
Yeah.
look like they've robbed. How fancy do you look right now?
I look Nora fancy.
Okay. So, I mean, maybe they think you're too rich for their blood, and so they push you back outside.
Okay.
You got a head count. There's, like... It looked like there were, like, 8 or 9 people in this one sort of, like, guardhouse.
Okay.
And just, your back of the napkin math, they probably rotate. Like, that's probably just a shift for this one guardhouse.
Okay.
None of them looked particularly competent, but you
That's a
also
decent number.
you also got the vague sense that like someone was trying to follow you as soon as you got into the Gastown Harbor area.
Okay.
So basically, I'm just hinting at there is a faction that is probably going to interfere on this job.
Okay. We'll keep that in mind.
And it felt like it was above you.
Okay. Dangerous in me was stalking me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, Belle, what's happening?
I'm gonna survey the place from this upper rooftop stuff,
Cool.
looking for a good sniper position,
Mhm.
and probably briefly confer with Jack to see if there's any specific targets of opportunity I could hit.
Cool. I mean, and Jack, if you let her know about the person possibly following you, that could be another
Yeah.
thing to investigate. But
Absolutely.
yeah, like there's
I will, as stealthily as I'm currently capable of, with Belle.
yeah. I mean, you don't think that they like found you or tracked you, but just that like
Okay.
someone is at least patrolling this area. Actually, that's probably more accurate. Someone is patrolling the area and they didn't notice you.
Nice.
Are they talking to each other through the ferret?
Does the
Yeah.
ferret speak Galactic
I imagine
Basic?
Jack is like having been kicked out of the guardhouse and sort of just standing on the docks
Yeah.
with his cane, just like having a borderline argument with the ferret. Like the ferret sitting on a over here. It's like, no, what I'm trying to tell you is it's like numbers.
Yeah.
You stupid. Did you not go to school? You stupid animal. Okay.
Well, it can only count to 4, right?
Well, the ferret just looks at you and like sort of just in that way that dogs do, just like tilts its head,
Listen, you filthy creature.
And
Just
just-
tell your master.
smiles beatifically.
Tell your master that there are things happening here. Give her the numbers I gave you. Here. And Jack will like pull out, I don't know, take a scrap of paper and pop it.
Handkerchief.
Handkerchief. There you go. I'll take like the nice handkerchief that Belle gave me,
Yeah.
or that Nora gave me, and like scrawl information in a drunken script, but in very nice penmanship because I did have like the best tutors.
Oh yeah.
Right, and I will hand it.
With-
I will like fold it up and like slip it under.
You
the
tie it around
ferret's,
his neck like a
vest.
stylish scarf.
Yeah, there you go.
A nice kerchief.
Mhm.
There, worthless mongrel thing. Take that to your master.
So yeah, Bapu comes back to you.
Habu.
Bapu. It's legally distinct.
No.
I don't think it is. I got 6 and a 5.
Dang. So yeah, there's definitely someone like. So I mean, what were you investigating? And then I can answer questions about that.
So my primary concern is finding the right spot to shoot from.
Okay. I mean, you can find that
Post
no
up
problem.
and kill
That's
you.
you do that in your sleep.
And then I want to survey this someplace to see if I can figure out who this person that was
Okay.
shadowing Jack was. And I say was.
I mean, it's very clearly like it's someone who's moving really quickly rooftop to rooftop, and they're making like jumps that don't seem possible. And I mean, it's dark out. You can only sort of catch like the occasional like sight of it. But yeah, that's basically the feeling I'm trying to evoke, Jack.
Okay. I would like to
So-
play Batman. That's
It's probably not the Badgers is what I'm hearing.
Correct. It's a faction that you haven't interacted with too much, but I've been wanting an excuse to throw them at you for a while. So I'm excited that they finally get to interact with you.
The Moonlit Marauders.
Nope,
Oh.
The Bluecoats.
definitely not. Anyways, so yeah, there's definitely like, yeah, from what you can tell as someone experienced in murderation from afar, the people down on the ground level don't seem to be the primary threat. There's a lot more of them, but I mean they're mooks.
Yeah, we can handle mooks. That should be no problem.
Oh.
There we
Okay.
go.
I was looking at the
The faction list. Yeah. And there's
Okay.
one that specializes in gliders and vigilantism.
Yes.
Why does that matter?
I mean, it probably
I don't
doesn't.
see any connection at all. No.
All right, Oracle, talk to me.
I mean, how much time has passed? Like, have we regrouped to discuss, or?
I mean, it can be however long you want. I'm assuming that there's a couple days here.
Oh, excuse me. Here comes. That one hurt. Damn it, Jordan.
That is pretty great. I like it. I like it.
Talk to me, Oracle. Talk to me about Batman.
Well, Batman, there's ghosts around the warehouse.
Mm-hmm. So are you calling them in? Are you calling them in special? Is it your ghost friend? Friend
Maybe,
ghost?
right?
Can I send him as like an envoy to the other unquiet dead and see if we can get some sort of safe passage?
Sure.
Is there a word that you use for that?
Hey.
You remember that joke I made about how let's blow in a tune real early to make things interesting?
Yeah.
I was mostly joking.
No, sorry. What? Shh, you're breaking up. I'm just gonna roll this team roll and we'll try to fix the connection.
Awesome. Let's see it. Are you pushing yourself?
I've got so much stress already.
Really?
No.
Would you or alternatively, I could probably come up with a devil's bargain.
Let's see that. Let me taste. Give me a
Your
little
ghost
sample.
wants a meat mech.
Batman.
A what?
A meat mech.
Oh God.
Uh-huh.
So basically,
Is-
he'll be your inside man,
Mm-hmm.
but he wants to keep him.
Is it one of our people?
No.
Okay. That would be unseemly, and I would not agree to such a thing. I have no other information as to who he's gonna control and keep, though, huh?
Nah. And generally, like, either the person has to be dead or they die short. Like, their soul is, like, forced out shortly thereafter, sort of thing. Like, it's hard to have, two souls inside of one body.
Maybe Gary Holden comes back to season 2 just to get possessed
Jesus.
again.
Or like,
He's very dead.
if you tell this to Belle, there's going to be a whole new subsection of her club.
Yeah, I mean we can make a dead person. That's not.
I'm on board. I'm on board.
Okay. Cool. Done. Have your extra die.
Okay.
So yeah, regardless of this outcome, what's your friend's name? It's like Vizix or something?
Nyrix.
Nyrix. So yeah, regardless of the outcome, Nyrix is taking someone's body. Not from your gang.
Yeah.
Also, is Nyrix like a constant presence,
puts
or
the gun away that was pressed to Nora's head away?
Wait, say it again?
At that point, like the old lady like pulls back the gun and puts down the hammer that was she had like sort of hovering behind Nora's head.
I don't know. It's not necessarily a constant presence, but we check in every now and then. We have we sit down and have tea and catch up on how the things are going.
okay? So I can have him just drop in on you.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Okay, let's see the roll before we go
6.
much further.
Okay.
Nice. There you go. Cool. So yeah, you're gonna have a man on the inside, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
A
man inside, a man on the inside.
Exactly.
Wait.
Let's go
Wait.
deeper.
Nope. That's not the subtitle for this. Let's not do that.
Hacker voice, I'm in.
Stop it. Please stop.
It's a pretty good.
Let's go deeper. You reach out and talk to Nyrix. Is it in yet?
I heard too much. Oh god. I gotta stop drinking before these. No, we're good.
Are we?
No,
We're pretty good.
So sorry. Continue your thing.
So yeah, no, like that's it. You've got a man on the inside.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Okay. Can we get them to like walk the thing out for us in their meat mech?
I mean, that'd be too easy.
It
Also,
would.
it's probably under lock and key that the mook that he can possess doesn't have access to. That's a more plausible reason to say no.
There you go. Yeah, that's fine. You win this one.
I was gonna say he can just give us tips, but only the tips.
That was amazing, and also you should feel bad.
You should feel amazingly bad.
Yeah, I do. Every day.
Yes, I mean, Shaq will happily Batman over and see what he can do about this whole there being people with our stuff issue.
They took it. They snuck into our bedroom last night and stole it while we were asleep. That's a Baby Driver nod.
Oh,
Haven't seen it.
Nope.
I've not seen.
Really?
Yes.
Dang.
I drive an STI and I haven't seen Baby Driver.
God, it's
Tough room.
I'm the only person who has seen Baby Driver in this. Jeez, you think you know some people?
Dude, I have a 16-month-old. I have not been to a movie like.
That's
ever,
fair.
I think
basically.
That's fair.
Several of the last movies I saw were here that I got from Redbox. Also,
Okay.
it was Fast and the Furious. What's up?
Okay. Also, Mike, it looks like your video cam feed died, but
Yours looks like it died to me.
okay.
I'm refreshing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, if should.
So
did
what's
we
the
already
plan?
make did we already make our entrance with our?
You said Batman stole the box, right? So I'm going to track Batman.
He hasn't. No. Batman's just guarding the area. Batman is on patrol in the neighborhood.
Can we locate Batman just to keep an eye on Batman?
No, we find and we kill the Batman.
We kill the bats. Can I find the bat with a roll?
I mean, let's get into the plan. Let's not.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I think our inside man, he helps us penetrate the building, right? By
That's the
being
idea.
security.
Why? Why are you doing that? It's not a good enough reason to use the word penetrate.
Penetration is a time-honored tradition of you sending a
The
person.
human race.
Wait, you got to penetrate first. To
I
make
mean,
sure
we have
that-
to. The most important part, though, is that we do this so we have secret penetration of the building. Surprise, with an element of surprise.
No, consent.
Yeah, so I mean, is that our engagement rule? Like, just how easily this dude unlocks the door for us?
Well, I mean, so what's the plan here? What's the approach?
Stealth.
Stealth is the obvious go-to, right?
Cool.
Mhm.
All right. A smart GM would have
Quit by now.
planning and engagement, stealth, trespass unseen, detail, the point of infiltration. So, I mean, how
Do we have
are you getting in? Is it like
The
a
body.
door that Nurix opens?
Yes. Something that's not used most of the time.
What's the phrase they use? Like the dog door or the
like a catwalk window or something like that? If we can get in that way.
like a skylight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Done. Yep.
Something that
So
Batman would.
he leaves the skylight open.
exactly. I want to fight Batman on a catwalk. Is what I want to do. That's
On the
gonna happen.
catwalk?
On the
on the
catwalk.
catwalk, baby.
I want to do my turn on the catwalk.
Excellent. All right. So, does the plans start with one die for sheer luck. Boop.
That's fun.
Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
Yes. We're breaking into a government building.
We're
Breaking
hitting
into a government
warehouse.
building with aid from ghosts.
We're hitting a warehouse where Batman lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
This is like
you
the
get this
start
one.
of
I just
every
wanted
comic
you
book I've
to
ever
argue
read.
for it. So yes. Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors? No.
Not
No.
really. We just
It
go in
might
and
turn
get
out
some
to
shit.
be, and we just didn't prepare for any of them.
I mean, I think
Special
we should get more
flashbacks are
because
for-
of Batman, but yeah, that's fair.
That's later.
Yeah, this is just for.
Uh, Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
I mean, we're stealing from their supplies.
At their stronghold is really where they're weakest.
Nobody expects a ghost to let somebody in the back entrance.
That's the argument.
Okay.
I
think
think
that's a pretty strong one.
is having a possessor ghost get you inside.
Get us in through the skylight.
Yeah.
Because
However,
anybody with guns on the roofs.
However, is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have a particular defenses or special preparations?
Does Batman count as a special
Batman
defense?
Totally counts.
Yes. So,
Damn.
so I think you're still at 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can have your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation? Yes.
Hello.
Are enemies or rivals interfering in the operation? Yes.
So we're back to 2.
2.
Yep. Are there any other elements that you want to consider? Maybe a lower tier target will give you +1 die. Maybe a higher tier target will give you -1 die.
Is this higher tier?
Yeah, I mean it
mean,
is, but that's not going to increase it. I think you get one here, for basically everyone on their preparation roll rolling a 6.
Okay.
Like
Into that.
Jack has already cased at least the external, like the perimeter defenses. Bell has done like some setting up and has found a sniper roost. You have a literal ghost opening a literal door for you, and you have the blueprints.
Mm-hmm.
So-
It seems pretty prepared. This is like Ocean's 4.
Yeah,
This is like
Except
the
good.
best setup we've ever been to go
Yeah.
jack a place.
I think this is the best setup Blades in the Dark has ever seen.
It's pretty good. I'm
so
gonna
yeah.
roll it. You want me to roll it? I'm gonna roll
3
it.
dice.
Yeah.
Ah, 6.
Nice.
Yes.
There you go.
We'll just pretend the other 2 didn't.
What other 2?
I mean, it
There's
doesn't
no,
matter.
There's
It's-
no other
The,
dice.
the other 2 was a 1.
I know.
So, a good result. You're in a controlled position when the action starts.
Mhm.
So I think like we cut to like well, what does it look like when Oracle like talks to Nyrix and strikes that deal?
She looks like her normal self, but her voice is weird.
Okay.
It's
It sounds young.
no, it sounds like her normal one, and then like a voice overlaid on it that is like unfathomably old.
Okay. That's fine. It's probably fine.
And yeah, they just have a talk.
Okay.
She's just sitting there like normal.
Okay. So you don't like have candles or like cercination on the floor or anything like that?
If it was another ghost that she had to like summon, yeah, but like
Okay.
we've got history, so like
So you just sit down and like have a teacup for them and a teacup
Yeah.
for you.
Nyrix has a key to the apartment, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like
Toothbrush.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know,
comes in when he needs the ectoplasm, he's on the road or whatever. It's fine.
Cool.
Knows where you keep your denture cream.
Yep. Well, and
Fuck you.
probably like he probably likes to just mess with you and like every so often just take your apartment and rearrange it.
Mm-hmm.
And just like that's how you and they play.
Does he
How
know? Go ahead.
I was about to say, how strong is he? Because can he like not just rearrange the stuff in the apartment, but like rotate the physical space to where like the door is where a closet used to be now to get into the apartment?
I don't know that they can do that so much as just like take your perception and do that to it.
Fuck. Oh, like that. Have you seen that weird carpet that's got
Yes.
like
Yep.
it looks
No,
like
I
a
linked
grid
that.
and it's got
Yeah,
these
yeah.
dips and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. He basically does that to your brain
Mhm.
for an apartment.
Well, I mean, like possessor spirit. So that's
Yeah.
kind of the. So yeah, and so you have the conversation. The tea drains out of the cup that you placed across the table from you, and then we smash cut to like, basically like the door opens and shuts as Nyrix leaves, and then like that shut is mirrored by the shut of the skylight behind you as the four of you spill onto the catwalk. You're like a couple buildings away. Like this was the closest that he could get you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, that's my end of the bargain fulfilled. Extends a hand to you, Oracle.
Pleasure as always.
You shake on it, and he's just going to fuck off into the night in his new meat suit.
Don't read the chat, Andrew.
I'm not.
Go ahead.
I'm very much not. I have discipline.
Do you though?
I do. So,
But do you though?
yes. I can even hide
Ground
the
to
chat.
cover?
Boom. Chat hidden. What? Actually, that
we-
sucks, so people in the stream can't see it anymore. Boom. Chat's back, but I still have discipline.
God. At the perfect time too. So we have ground to cover before we get to our
Yes.
our target. Yes.
Yeah.
I would go about stealthily covering that ground and maybe like disabling guards that I meet along the way
I don't know
if
that
necessary.
I don't know that there's too many up here. There's a couple patrolling around on the ground below you.
I don't think they're probably worth jacking up yet.
What could be
Because you're Jack.
what could be trouble is like, so you get to the end of this catwalk, and then there's like 10, 15 feet between like of alley. Actually, probably more than that. It's probably like 25 or 30 between like this building and the next one, and you have to still get through that one to get to the one that you actually want to pull things out of. Also, I mean, there might be
Yeah.
loot in here. Yeah.
How many guards?
2 downstairs.
What? Fine. I would go. Guards.
Okay. So you're gonna go stab some people who are
Yeah.
just doing their jobs.
Maybe not even stabbing, just like swinging on a climbing rig cane
Oh,
smash.
what is everybody's load?
Like
Oh, normal.
Huh.
Bell?
Do I want to be battleground?
Normal.
Do you want to be battleground? Listen to
I
yourself.
mean, you still
course you
can
do.
be. You
Yeah, I'm gonna go light.
because you can have up to 5.
Yeah, I forgot about the thing for a minute.
So,
Okay.
Jack, you're gonna go bonk some.
Yeah, so
Are you killing them or?
petition is not at this point to kill them.
Okay.
But I am going to try to like disable them and hide them in such a way as to avoid
Let's see
them
it.
being a problem later on.
Mhm.
All right. Rolling prowess. Yeah.
Prowl.
Oh, yeah.
I-
Sorry.
I was gonna say if he does like a chokehold, maybe Nora could like pour slumber essence into their mouths like as he's holding them.
I mean, I was expecting him to just sneak up behind him and bonk him with the cavalry saber still in the.
Yeah, the
Scabbard?
first one's getting like Batman jumped, and then the second one is being like smashed. I didn't imagine anybody besides me was probably going to hit the ground level unless I found something cool.
Okay. I was just throwing that out there.
Down, you can like totally do the repel thing and come down with me, but
Nah, I think I'll stay up here for now.
risky, Mister.
No, it's controlled. You start in a
Controlled.
controlled position.
Okay. Standard bonus dice. I don't think I get any. Skaboom.
Boom.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, you definitely
Should've said
like. What do you have? Like what do you look like? What does this look like?
This looks like. This looks like I don't know, like Prince at a roadshow with a top hat,
Mhm.
swinging down from the rafters on some climbing gear and like drop kicking one guard into another guard and both of them crumbling into the corner.
Done. Yeah, and I mean, like they don't even like bleed to leave evidence behind. It's not too hard. Like I mean, one of them's a pretty petite woman, and then the other one's sort of like a stockier, short guy.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, it's pretty trivial to drag them over to a corner, and they're both roundly unconscious. And like it's you somehow managed to pull that off without making more than like walking noise.
Good. Yeah, and then I would be keeping an eye out for things that look valuable and or ways of getting to the next little warehouse without getting spotted.
Okay. So I mean, like there's like a man door, like a human-sized door here. and with a window on it. And peering out, there's actually like a pretty good, like there's a few crates sort of scattered around for cover. So I mean, it might actually make more sense, you think, to actually proceed on the ground level.
All right. I would do some sort of like nonsensical hand signals at the people on the catwalk.
Is Belle there, or is Belle up a sniper roost?
Well, I was going to do sniper roost, but can I have a ridiculous crossbow?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want something quiet?
Yeah, can I assassinate people with it quietly?
Unless you fuck up, sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Grandma shouts in the distance.
You'll put your eye out.
Like, I think basically,
my hip.
I think like the noise comes from you not killing them in one hit, and so like they have a bolt through their leg and scream in pain.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Swonk.
I like it.
And it's probably like, I mean, Belle's probably very familiar with most methods of ranged death dealing. So I imagine like you can reload it, or you have a couple to like swap between.
Yeah, I also kind of want one that has like a rope attached to it, so I can like Robin Hood my way in.
Well, I imagine like you may have set that up previously.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, we had to get over here somehow, so it might just already be there for you.
Will killing someone help in this situation, or should I do something?
I mean,
else?
they seem to be inside, but you've got a pretty good view of the grounds.
I'm gonna prepare for Batman.
Okay, that is a good idea.
Oh my god.
What does that look
Usually
like?
a good idea to be prepared.
It's an exploding pie.
Okay.
In a purple and green box. That is going to be like surreptitiously left out for them to find.
Okay.
No, like I'm gonna rig the area with tripwires.
Yep.
And like do the spider thing.
Which spider thing?
Like, so when one of them trips, I know that they've tripped one of them.
Oh, okay. So you've got like an array of like cans or bells or whatever. And so when one gets one of them gets tripped, it like rings a different tone of bell, so you know which way to look.
Yeah. Is that Tinker or Prowl or a Hunt?
That'll be Tinker.
Okay.
So let's see how well you set that up.
I'm gonna take my fucking time with this.
So that'll be controlled. Nice. There you go. Did you push yourself for that?
I did. That's
Nice.
why I said I'm gonna take my time.
Okay. So yeah. No, you've got an array, like you basically call it your Wingguard early warning system.
Yeah.
Bapu deploys it for you.
And then I figure out a way to set my bipod up on a swivel so I can just whoop.
Yep.
Because I'm bringing home a pair of wings for my mantelpiece.
Nice. Only used once.
Yeah, lightly used, near mint.
The blood will buff right out. Cool. Oracle, you're you're with a gang doing some cool crime.
I'm happy.
Nice. Jack just did a display of incredible dashing and daring do.
He's good for those.
Oracle looks over at Nora and says, I think you might have let your boyfriend win. He's pretty good at the things he just did.
Nora, are you going to let her talk trash about your man?
No.
Anyway, there's business to do. Let's go.
I'm just gonna kind of stare in, like, what is happening? Like, why would you say that?
It's like your mother is on the mission.
Yeah. And you never call anymore.
What exactly did she say again?
Basically that it seems like Jack probably let Crow win.
Yeah.
Based on that little move he just did. It's like a night and day from the fight.
Yeah, I just wanted the specifics on how she was insulting Crow again.
Gotta keep track of these things.
Crow somewhere else sits up bolt upright and just like, not today. And then just passes back out.
Oracle has made a mental note already that it seems like this gang subsides mostly on partially mean-spirited kind of jabs at each other, but also
Mhm.
loving.
You have
So
to.
she's just trying to fit in.
It's like you're a family.
Nora can't really hang out with Belle, can she?
I mean, you could be there. I don't know
You
how much you'd
could.
be.
No,
Yeah.
but that'd be awesome. You'd be learning more about crime.
You could also be loading crossbows.
You could
Yeah.
you could be spotting for
The
her.
squire.
You could be keeping an eye out for Batman.
Mm-hmm.
You could be doing with Belle. That's totally a thing. You could also be like with Belle, ready to go secure transport for this thing that we're picking up too.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean,
Mhm.
you're a spider, so you could have like anticipated all of these things and had stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be hanging out with Belle for the time being.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out for.
Do you want to give me a survey to watch for Batman?
Oh, wait. I have an idea.
Okay.
I am down with
The
Jack.
sickness?
I'm down
Ooh.
with Jack.
Ah.
Ooh, ah.
I've got the blueprints
Yep.
for the area, and I'm probably making suggestions on where we should go to stay.
So that
Out of
sounds like a
sight.
study then.
Yeah.
So
And definitely
Yeah.
working that addressed a challenge with calculation or conspiracy.
Controlled.
Yes. Yeah, you haven't fucked up yet, which is weird.
Here we go.
They're putting on a good show for Grandma.
You keep rolling sixes, so
I haven't rolled anything
I know.
yet.
let's see.
There we
Boom.
go.
Boom. So
Mark experience.
you definitely steer Jack straight into a guard patrol. You can yoink him back in time,
Yeah.
like before he gets noticed. Like you see like mentally in Nora's head, you see the filling exclamation mark of stealth breakingness.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you do? Because you it's controlled, so you don't
Yeah.
immediately fuck up, but you're in a risky position now.
I'm gonna take Jack to some place that we can wait for the guard to pass by.
Okay.
And I will do that with Prowl.
Okay.
If this goes badly, I could be a distraction.
Sorry, so it's risky now?
Yes.
are you still on the catwalk there, Oracle?
I don't know if I ever figured out where I am. So
I imagine you can have found your way down.
Yeah, I'm trying to regroup with you guys.
Jack is probably too distracted to make a broken hip joke at this point. So
Yeah, you have to actually be quiet. It's weird. Like
Could
there's
I hear a devil's bargain?
I mean Batman shows up.
Oh, wow. Belle
know what
probably
you-
actually wants that to happen, right?
I mean, Jack would totally fight Batman. It's gonna blow the op if Batman's here.
Batman
Like,
shows up
instantly.
in a way that's like not good.
Okay, I won't take it. I'll just take the stress.
No, like it's a challenge you can deal with. It's just
Yeah.
Would you like some help here, Nora? I can
Yes. Okay,
probably. I will bring
so
some stress
I
to
will
help you out
accept
with this.
Jack's help, and I will take the devil's bargain, and
Done.
Batman shows up.
cool. There you go.
Nice.
Didn't even need it. So yeah, you pull Jack back, and the
Mhm.
guard's like, "Oh, must have just been a
Yeah.
rat," and turns around and continues on
Wind.
his scripted
Must
patrol
have been
path.
wind.
Bell, two of your alarm system things are going off, and they're at different ends.
I fire
At
one of them.
okay. Which one?
Okay.
So there's basically one coming from the east and one coming from the west, and they appear to be moving both towards you.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire just instinctively at one of them, and yeah,
East or
if I
west?
hit, I hit. We'll go with.
So, I mean, you look and like you see one coming from, but like there are basically two people on approach.
Oh, there are two Batmen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. East.
Cool.
And I'm like, I feel like Quint in Jaws right now. Like,
Cool.
Is this risky, desperate, or controlled?
Batman is coming towards you. Two Batmen are coming towards you. This is desperate.
Well, I'm definitely taking stress then.
Okay.
Good call.
Nice.
Which I needed.
Got it.
Yep.
Nice.
Awesome. Do. So you get him in the left shoulder, and he starts, or sorry, the right shoulder, and he starts steering into the warehouses because he can't quite control both arms so well. But the other one is still coming straight at you from the opposite direction. But you've definitely diverted one of them probably towards your friends.
Good. Someone else should go before I shoot the other Batman.
I was gonna say, does he fall through the skylight?
I mean, we have to keep moving forward, right?
Yeah.
Do we hear that? Like, is there a cry of pain from the Batman?
It's like there's an explosion somewhere.
You
Right,
shot
guns
the
off.
Batman.
Yeah.
That, like,
Crossbow.
shot the Batman.
What?
You've got a crossbow.
I do, but it's Batman.
Okay, so you shot with the gun.
Right.
Okay. Did you shoot with the gun or did you shoot with the sun cannon?
That's hate, right?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait till I see the whites of his eyes, and then I'm gonna bring out the ridiculous squad-operated stun gun.
Yeah.
Okay. If we hear a gunshot, I'm gonna be like down, like into a further crouch, apparently. And well, it sounds like Bell's getting the work up there. Should make this fast, and then try to lead everyone across try to get everybody across the open space to the next warehouse if possible.
So is that a group prowl?
I'm down for it. We might crit.
Does Rona do you have any
Rona?
Nora, it's an anagram. It's fine.
Is Nora does Nora have any like leadership stuff with her spiderness, or is it best to just like
Not
run the prowl?
currently.
Yeah, I don't think she's invested in any of it.
Oh wait, I can assist a teammate without paying stress, but that's it.
Oh, okay.
I have foresight.
What do you mean? That's it?
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Real strong.
It's 2 times per score. So it's
okay.
basically 2 free stress for
Still pretty
helping.
good, but
Yes.
yeah, it's
That's
I mean,
2
then
free
I guess,
stress. Like
Yes.
Then I guess I'll lead off, and we can just run some prowl.
so if it's a team, you can't help each other because you're all doing it.
Anyway, yep.
So-
Is this risky, boss?
It's risking it down on the ground, yeah. Also, I just want to point out that this is the first time I think mechanically anybody else has ever put Belle in trouble, as opposed to literally every
The
other
way
time.
around? Yeah.
And of course, Belle rolls a 6.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's my prowl. It's
Okay.
not awesome.
If Oracle wants help, I could use foresight somehow.
Well, I think this was Jack getting people across.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
it
So
was
this is like a
group
group
action.
thing.
Mhm.
So we're all rolling prowl. Everybody roll prowl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was my intention anyway.
Okay. So you'll take stress if anybody fails.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, old
And
lady.
Oracle. There you go.
Yep.
So everybody
Thank
gets
you.
across. The door on the other side gives you a bit of grief, and then opens with just the greasiest, well, not even greasy, the opposite, the ungreasiest warehouse door, like, and like it feels like it goes on for like about 15 seconds. And that idiot who was just like, must have just been a rat, turns around and like, what was that? And his like stealthometer starts filling back up again.
How is it just the one dude?
So far, it seems like.
Alright, does somebody want to handle that, or is Jack
Yes.
still...
I've got it. So Oracle's gonna
Go.
wave you off and say, "Go, go," and she's gonna she has a cane,
Mhm.
and she's like really trying to oversell the frailty thing. Like she's hunched over,
What are
And
you
she's
doing
got-
here, grandmother?
her hand's shaking, and she's got a little paper in it. She's like, "Oh, hello.
How did you get back here? And he like definitely goes for his pistol, like just like unbuttons the button on it so he can like unholster it quickly.
Oh, no. There's no need for any of that.
What are
I
you
heard-
doing back here? And like he's not walking towards you.
Oh, I was sent to retrieve something that was held up in an impound or something. My son sent me out here.
Yeah, give me a roll.
Sway?
Sure. Yeah, this sounds like Sway.
I'm handing over forged documents that basically is like a. It's not specific, so it just basically says like, oh,
One
this is
thing,
a writ
impound.
this is
I
a writ
would-
to pick up an item from the impound.
Yeah.
Item.
I have a fine cover identity I could give Grandma.
Are you helping? Are you there?
I mean,
Because if you're
could that be
helping,
like-
you're there. Because this
Mm,
is
Got
very
you.
this is a Sway,
okay.
Hmm.
I know.
which
Only
means like
check.
you're talking like face to face. So
Yeah, my sway's decent. I think we can wing it.
Okay.
Do the documents give me any kind of bonus?
they'll increase your effect.
Okay, so risky or
It'll be risky.
great effect?
Yes.
Devil's bargain? Anything?
I mean, Batman crashes through the skylight.
Hmm.
I mean, I'll fight Batman. I'm not above fighting Batman.
See, if Batman crashes through the skylight, then that's gonna be bad. I'm just gonna push myself.
It basically turns into Jack fighting Batman while you guys get the stuff, is what happens, I think.
Okay. So I mean, like he has like one hand on the pistol. He's like,
Mhm.
"This isn't the right place. You're gonna have to come with me, and we can sort this out." But
Oh,
And, like,
of
extends
course,
a
I
hand.
apologize. I wasn't given good directions.
and like he's definitely like got the gun
Mhm.
like in his hand, like it's out of the holster at this point. If you don't go with him, he's going to try to shoot you, and he's
Yeah,
going
he-
to take you away from like the objective and your teammates.
She's gonna let him kind of put his hand on her shoulder or whatever he's gonna do to try to like force her out.
Oh, he's gonna keep
Um,
you in front of him where he can fucking see you. You snuck into a secure warehouse.
That's fair. Now,
Mhm.
uh,
So you can try to basically the next thing you do is going to be desperate.
mhm,
He's going to shoot you if it doesn't go well.
mhm.
Um,
That's fine. So what I'm gonna do
Mhm.
is Willy Wonka style accidentally drop my cane
Yep.
and fall forward.
Yep.
Do a roll, come out with my pistol, and shoot him in the face.
Cool. That sounds like Hunt.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. And I'm pushing
I
myself.
could also see an argument for Prowl because he's not expecting this.
Yeah.
I thought it would be skirmish
Skirmish is the...
because it's
Well,
close
yeah.
combat. It's
Yeah.
close combat.
I'm yeah, or I
They're
mean
all the
Prowl
same
because
number.
he's okay.
The
So,
same
yeah.
number, so it doesn't-
They're all one.
So it's a desperate. So pick the one you want XP in.
Oh, that's true. That's true. A tune. No. Yeah, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna count it as a hunt.
Okay.
So desperate.
Mhm.
Standard effect, and I'm pushing myself.
Mhm.
So boop. 4. Well.
You shoot him.
Uh-huh.
He dies.
Uh-huh. And then here comes Batman.
lands on you,
Oh, cool.
like
Did
on
he,
purpose,
did
like
he-
glides into
Does your
you.
hip break?
What is it with my characters getting stepped on? Like, literally and metaphorically.
He's fallen and I can't get up.
So you're gonna take the level 2 harm. I don't know, like boot from
Batmaned?
above, or yeah, Batman works. But yeah, the Wingard agent hits you.
Let me see. I'm going to use an armor to resist it.
Cool. So that gets it down to 1.
Okay.
And like you fall to the ground, I'm assuming you make some noise. Yep. Jack, it sounds like that old lady just got tackled by a Skyman.
I will make eye contact with Nora and sort of like exasperatedly roll my eyes and sigh under my breath.
Mhm.
And then I will to like ninja toward the Batman while unsheathing my giant cavalry sword.
Okay.
And then fuck a dude up.
Cool. This is probably desperate because you're stabbing Batman.
Fine with that, really?
Okay.
That's,
I mean, you get extra
that makes
dice
total
for
sense. I'm actually
desperate.
pretty into desperate rolls right now. I think we're gonna do this with Prowl.
Yeah.
Desperate rolls are so hot right now.
Desperate.
Mhm.
Standard effect.
Mhm.
Bonus dice 1.
Mhm.
Fuck it, I'm fighting Batman. I'll push myself.
Cool. I mean, I think a devil's bargain here is somehow in the confusion, like him landing on Oracle, he's managed to like handcuff her or something. Like this
I'll
is
take
what
that.
they do: is they
Wait.
take down.
I'm good with that. Yeah, I'm good with
Zach.
like the weird.
Zach,
Yeah.
I was gonna say I will aid you and take a stress, and I'm able to like make a little spark with my cane on the ground, and it distracts him for long enough for you to get in a little bit closer.
Which you
So
wouldn't be
not-
able to do if handcuffed.
Right, which would
I'll take the aid then. Yeah.
okay. I'd like to keep my
both of
hands.
you. Yes.
Although I will kick some ass with feet if need be.
I was this close.
No, sir.
In which case, I will also push myself. However.
Okay.
So, let's fuck up a Batman.
I'm like most of the way to trauma. A.
Holy shit!
You fucked up a Batman, dog.
Fucked up a Batman, yo.
You roll
Fuck
6
that.
dice for Prowl? Because
they
there's no
cascade
aid, push
like on,
yourself, and bonus dice, 3 extra dice. Yeah. You're.
Do they cascade like on Pandemic?
I know.
Is this chained to other Batmen?
Yeah, can I kill the other Batman by proxy?
I
He just
don't.
goes, my god, and then melts.
I mean, this one is definitely caught unawares and stabbed.
No. Jack picks him up and just breaks his back over his knee.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like
I mean, yeah, you tell
Yes.
me.
yeah, I mean, I would like, I will, because I'm coming up behind him with a sword, right?
Mhm.
And then like the spark happens, and then dude like turns to look at the spark away
Yep.
from me,
Yep.
and then yeah, I will just like,
Well, and he's like
I would-
trying to like get Oracle in handcuffs, but you've got like that fierce old lady strength.
I'll just cut his head off, just straight, just like from behind,
Yep.
giant cavalry saber, just gone.
Well, yeah, and your cavalry saber is functionally like it's a tier up from whatever you are and fine. So your effect starts at great, and then you crit, which pushes it up to extreme. And like looking at the suit, it's pretty solid. Like it's armored, but it seems decently lightweight. Basically, it's Kevlar. And you just cut straight through it like a cavalry saber through butter.
More like butter, man.
Yeah, then I would. Are there people around us just completely freaking out right now? Like, are there guards about?
The mooks who were like descending on like because there's a spark and a thud and a cry of pain, yeah, and a gunshot. I should add for good measure. So there were people coming to investigate who, watching you decapitate someone who is very clearly not to be trifled with, is enough to send them screaming.
I was gonna say, if they're still standing there, I will kick the head at them and then pose with the sword.
Do it. I mean, they will run regardless. If you want to roll a command, like there's really no benefit I can give you other than I guess they don't come back.
I want to see how it goes.
Okay. And you are definitely acting against scary people, and this is controlled. Or scared people.
Okay. Controlled. Bonus dice 1.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah. They flee. They will remember this.
The legend grows.
Down the bats.
Yeah.
If they're making a break for it, I will help the old lady to her feet.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't need your help. She flips up.
Right, nice.
Tomahawks
so
up.
Like kips up.
Yep.
And
grabbing
then
her king in the process somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Does she do the back roll handspring?
Yeah, no, like
whichever way is coolest.
That is the coolest way to get up off the ground is a back roll handspring.
The most kung fu version of this thing.
Oh god, yeah, you do you rolling break fall out of it sort of thing. Like you stand back up. Good. Yep.
And then I'll turn the body over with my foot.
Mm-hmm.
And see if there's anything shiny we can take off him before we start running.
I mean, there's like this big emblem on his chest, and it's just like a pair of wings, sort of thing.
Absolutely.
Like it's the symbol of the wing guard, and it's like a brilliant silver.
With this, that's happening.
It doesn't look like it's worth like over much, but I mean,
it's good for a trophy if nothing else.
It's good for a trophy, and it's like worth a lot of like rep.
We're hanging that on the mantle.
I am so fucking jealous right now.
Speaking of,
you think you put it up at the bar?
Belle, what's up?
I want a fucking pair of wings. Do I see Jack getting a pair of Batman wings?
You know somehow in your heart of hearts that Jack just got an incredibly like a symbol of willing compliance with fascism. And like willing enforcement of fascism.
Okay, is there one of them that I can see?
The other guy is like gliding at you.
And I haven't shot this one yet, right?
You have not shot this one yet.
I sun gun him.
Awesome. Roll hunt. You kill him, but let's see what else you get.
Roll well and you won't
This is
melt the
desperate,
emblem.
right?
Yes. You are sun gunning Batman. It's always desperate.
Okay. Okay. I am gonna be at maximum stress.
Wait,
or
so
1 point from
okay.
1 point from max stress.
Yep.
Fuck.
I mean, he dies.
Yeah, but do I kill Nora?
No, that's the wrong angle. What you do instead is basically broadcast your position, and you have a weapon of, let's say, some notoriety. It seems like the aerial threats are dealt with, and you think it would probably be wise to cede your higher ground at this point. And all that's really left of this dollar store Batman that you have melted, like a child melting ants with a magnifying glass.
What? I thought he was hardcore.
Oh, he was.
Okay.
But you just shot him with
the
a
sun
laser,
on
dude.
him.
Yeah, you shot him with functionally like siege weaponry.
You
You
have
open
a
a
Death
portal to
Star
the-
gun, man.
Yeah,
It's
you open
not
the portal
quite
to the
that
fourth
intense,
dimension
but
and brought it to him.
It punches through buildings with relative ease. And what lands at your feet is like the crumpled, half-molten remains of that emblem.
I was gonna say, you messed up the emblem. You wrecked it up. Yeah.
I rolled 2 1s and 2 4s.
Mhm.
There's no chance for me.
And I mean, Jack rolled 3 6s. So.
This Jack is just an unspeakable badass.
But yeah, I mean, you've destroyed a symbol of authoritarianism.
I take some solace in that.
And I'm assuming, like,
do we on the ground see the flash and then all hear like the?
So yeah, no, like you know the sound the Reaper guns make in Mass Effect.
Mhm.
It's that.
Yeah.
Yes, this is fine.
Like it's
And we're in
that
Vancouver.
noise. Yeah. In downtown Gastown. Well, not downtown, but like the harbor. And there's just like this giant pillar of sunlight that just streaks through the night,
The
strikes,
shadow of a Batman in the middle of it.
and well, very briefly. Yeah, no, you Commissioner Gordon this fucker to bits, to atoms, which is probably some kind of symbolism. But yeah, you have murdered a Wingard. Congratulations.
He was on the glider, right? Like
Yeah.
it made the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, like that's the poignant imagery of tonight is like,
A Batman emblem slowly just kind of falling to the ground and rotating.
like it's like it gets caught in the center of this beam, and just like does that anime thing where it slowly atomizes and flakes apart.
Nice.
And anyone nearby will have the reverse Batman logo seared into their retinas for a good half hour, 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, no, like one of your eyes, because I'm assuming the other one is shut because you were like looking down sights, like has that sort of imprint, like that phantom image going on. It's probably fine. You can walk that off. But yeah, basically you've generated a bunch of heat with that.
With
Well,
the
I mean,
gun,
Literal
right?
and figurative.
Yeah. It's important.
All right, what's Nora up to? While these idiots are murdering people.
Yeah, I'm gonna go continue looking for the box we were sent here to get.
I mean, it turns out that penetrating a warehouse is a lot easier when all of the security
The
has quit the
cards are
field.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm probably just continuing to look for it. Like
So there's,
maybe.
like, you know the bike locker things where it's like that fenced off area inside a structure?
Yeah.
It kind of looks like that, and there's like the, high security, you must have like this da da da.
Mm-hmm.
And you check your blueprints, and yeah, this is almost certainly where they're hiding the little crate you're supposed to get. But there's a locked fence in between you and it.
And they didn't kill any of the warehouse guards. They just killed Batman.
One of them has definitely died. He has been shot in the face.
All right. Okay. Well, I've probably heard that, so I'm gonna go collect his security.
From what the person possessed by a ghost told you, they probably don't have the keys.
Okay.
If you want to flashback to bribing someone to get it, that's certainly an option. Or maybe there's a flaw in the blueprint that you could find.
Yeah. I kind of think maybe there's a key hidden nearby.
Done. Yep. Yeah. How did you arrange that? Or how do you know that?
I gave someone else a bottle of whiskey because Prohibition is still on, and that's one of my items as a spider,
Nice.
which totally works with that.
Cool.
We paid off that guard that Oracle shot. Is how that happened.
Yeah, no, that's what we flash back to. Is you meet them in Sundown or elsewhere? You tell me.
Elsewhere.
Okay. Where do you meet them?
The seawall.
Okay.
Somewhere inconspicuous.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, so you meet him on the seawall. There's like a gelato shop.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, thanks for this. I hope I can, like keep rubbing it on little Beth's gums at night and help her keep those teething pains down.
And then Grandma just killed him. I have to imagine he did something super shitty where I don't want him to be like a long-term contact.
He was a tool of the state.
Wow.
It's
Yeah,
true.
I don't think Nora
Gemma's right.
really gets exactly the hardcore crew that she's in with right now.
No, I mean,
Guilt by
like,
association is very easy for us to try and like pass off.
I mean, you and I were talking about the puffs earlier,
Mhm.
and you didn't like torch your way out of there, so.
Right.
But yeah.
Mm.
So for the cost of that bottle of whiskey, so he can keep Beth's teething, at least a little numbed, he was gonna plant a key for you.
pretty
the
sure
baby
he's
toe
full of
up.
shit. There is no Beth.
Okay. Whatever helps Nora sleep at night.
Where
The
is-
Ice
Not
Queen.
anymore. Now she's going to starve to death without her father.
the whiskey. Baby's been hurting. Okay, anyway, yeah, no. So Nora's gonna go get the key.
Mhm.
How much stress is that?
That's probably just one stress.
Okay. So it's just the key.
Yeah, there's a
Alright.
key like taped underneath a stairwell up to a catwalk,
Okay.
and yeah, it fits the lock. The crate is pretty easy to pick out, but what would Nora like? What would Nora like to find in an illicit warehouse? In a
Something-
warehouse of illegal goods.
Something to wow Augustine.
What would wow Augustine? I think there's like a compendium
Okay.
of Neustrian architecture,
Okay.
which was seized as being treasonous.
Done. I take it.
Mhm.
I took that away, and I also take the box.
Cool. So yeah, I mean, there is no one left to stop you. If you
Okay.
hang around like, another little while, there's probably going to be more Wingard investigating because someone's put their signal up in the sky, in like 80 trillion lumens, very briefly.
Blah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no. So I probably have like the crate under one arm, and I'm just walking out like at a brisk pace.
Mhm.
Like, okay, I got the box. It's fine. This is what we came here for, sort of thing.
I'm assuming Jack just finishes cleaning his new sword.
Does the Wingard guy have like any cool weapons on him that I can take? Otherwise,
They
I'm ready
mostly
to go.
seem unarmed. Like there's knucks built into the armor and like steel-toed boots sort of thing. But like, yeah, no, they're maybe like a set of Tongfa. But yeah, no, they are built for non-lethal takedowns.
chumps.
Yeah.
A non-lethal takedown is always the most quiet takedown.
Prod with the prod.
Yeah, then I will try to escort Grandma to a safe point of egress. And-
Oracle, a young man is acting condescending in your general direction.
That's fine.
Okay.
She'll let him escort her.
Okay.
He's filing
Okay.
us away.
You're going to bake everybody cookies next time Jack leaves, and he's going to get back, and the base is just going to smell like cookies, and there won't be any.
Cookies and ghosts.
Mhm.
That's what the base smells like now. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. This is all screwed. Everything's bad.
Yeah, I mean, you're able to just sort of walk out. What's your escape route? God damn
Steal
it,
a
Jordan.
boat.
Okay.
Yeah, but let's take a moment and talk about how awesome that is. Good job.
2 spookies for me.
Spook cookies or spookies. 2 spooks of raisins and Kellogg Spooky Bran.
I hate so much about everything that's happening right now.
But we're a family.
And now we have a grandma.
Look, sometimes a family is, two sisters, a brother, and a grandmother who do crime and murder Batman.
Shit out of Batman.
Cool. Yeah, so I mean, there's no reason you can't get in a boat and drive it away.
Awesome.
We can get a boat?
Yeah, we're still a boat.
What are you taking a
We're
boat?
like right there.
Yeah,
Boat
you're
is
on the
ours.
harbor.
We have a boat.
They seize goods from ships passing into and out of harbor.
That's fine. I was excited because there's a boat.
Okay. So yeah, make it back to sundown in a couple days. I'm assuming you hand over the crate,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
which appears to just be like basically empty of, like, it's just a few like bits of paper that don't seem particularly important.
Us.
Right. If anybody bothers to investigate, or are you keeping it shut and just handing it
Professional
over?
courtesy.
Yeah, no, Nora's not. Nora's gonna make sure nobody else opens it.
Cool. All right, let's do end of session, or actually payoff first, which is right. Yeah,
You said another 4 coin, right?
yeah, it'll be 8 total.
Okay, so everybody takes 2.
Crew earns 2 rep per score, so it'll be 2 rep because they, weren't really a tier higher than you. The Wingguard were, but they weren't the target.
Hey, we can... Something. We're full of rep. We could tear up, I guess.
You go up to Stronghold if you weren't already.
Looks like we are.
Yeah. Okay. So then, yeah, you have to pay to advance up to the next tier.
How much?
Let me finish this first. Heat. I think because up until the sun cannon, I think that was probably like a 2 heat job, but the sun cannon pushes you up to 4,
Mm-hmm. And then people died.
and then people died, so that's 6.
We're so good at heat, you guys.
Yep.
What happens if you get one to level 4 and then you max out your heat?
I'd probably come down on you with the Wrath of God.
Okay, I was about to say, can we just break the gauge and leave it like that and just assume it's okay?
I'd
We'll just
probably
drive
come
the
at you
gang
with the Wrath of
backwards
God.
Yeah,
for
there
a
you go.
while and pull the odometer. Yeah.
I just want to point out that incarceration for wanted level 4 is life or execution.
Sweet. Well, you
Maybe
can't
we
execute me because I'm on house arrest, so booyah.
And what else do I owe you? Payoff heat. Oh, and downtime is the third part of that. Oh, and entanglements. Right. Wanted level 1. That's 5. Oh, good. Demonic notice or show of force.
It's fine.
The Batmen are coming.
That or something else happens.
Ooh, something else. It could be anything. It could even be the Batman.
It could. Or the boatman.
Even the Batman.
Cool. So, end of session XP. Let's start with the gangs. I already have that sheet open. Execute a successful espionage, sabotage, or theft operation.
Yes.
Yes.
1. Contend with challenges above your current station.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Batman and
Batman.
Some
Yeah.
Batman.
Rep to 2. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one, and you are
Kill Batman.
you are defiant and vicious.
Yeah, we beheaded a Batman and then vaporized the Batman.
Yeah.
And I shot a guy in the face for trying to escort a grandma out.
Yep. So that's 3. Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. I think you went pretty hard at the inner conflict thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like the inner conflict and essential nature and how those are kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be 4 total.
Wait.
Is
4
this
total, or would we get multiples for some of these? Because like the above your current station was 2 instances, right? The Batman and the government, and then
no? The warehouse was the same tier as you, so you get 1 there.
oh, okay, gotcha.
And then I mean, like, I could maybe see Defiant and Vicious, but
Yeah.
it kind of seems like an either or.
Okay,
Granny was super vicious.
yes, Grandma was not anybody else.
Look, I
do you
just killed a dude who was trying to kill you.
Do you still have this advancement pick before next session? Or did we
Oh.
do that before?
No, we didn't do
We
that.
did not.
Okay. So
think-
you owe me an advancement. But we can do that between sessions like we always do.
Oh, we said we were gonna do
2 into
Correct.
mastery.
half the way to mastery.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
my understanding. That or you were going to do trainings or something? Or maybe a new move, but yeah.
Halfway to mastery is good for me.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh, you know what? It was personal.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be personal because that's always useful.
Okay, personal, and we have one more box. Do we want to do one more box?
I mean, you can do 1 in mastery.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Sybil. You addressed a challenge with tracking or violence.
Violins.
Yes.
Very yes. You definitely get 2 there. You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Yes.
You doctored at things and you rebelled. You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
I'm unstable?
Yes. You were definitely unstable at your contact.
He loved us.
So I'm seeing 5 there.
Yay.
Nice.
Next up on the hit parade is Catherine.
Hello.
You addressed a challenge with knowledge or arcane power.
I talked to a ghost,
Mhm.
and I think that might be it.
I think so. So you get 1 so far.
Yeah.
Expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Fuck the government,
Mm-hmm.
and my background is I'm an occultist and librarian, so I researched stuff.
Well, and the puffs.
And the puffs, yeah. True.
So yeah, you get your 2 there, and you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas.
Nope.
You lost a bet.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, you lost 1 bet that didn't cost you much. Like that was your
Old
way in.
lady.
It cost me a coin.
You lost
Yeah.
2 bets.
Yes, you lost 2 bets, but only one of them actually cost you anything.
Yeah.
That's true. So 1 XP for that?
Mhm.
Okay.
I think you used too much stuff.
What do you mean?
Because you have 3 load and you used 4 things.
Right, but we have 2 extra from the pocket.
I think
So
that's
we
for
get
like
5.
thieves' tools.
Yeah, that's for a specific thing.
Is it?
Like
Yeah,
climbing
it's
gear and these tools.
No, but
of tools or gear. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. I think it's like for gear, it's specifically like thing space gear.
Oh. Well, see, it's not on the list in any particular
It's-
way that I can see, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I think that's the so like tools or gear. I think is what it's supposed to be for future reference. It's not a big deal.
Okay. My mistake.
Yeah, happens. Plus, I mean, you are playing a bunch of thieves.
Yep.
Nora, you addressed a challenge with calculation or conspiracy.
I bribed a guard and I
Mhm.
went to go collect blueprints from
Mhm.
my friend.
Well, and you were like blueprinting your way through
Yeah.
unsuccessfully.
Well, no. So I think maybe it was because of the light. I couldn't really study it, and I almost tripped or something. And Jack caught me, and that's how the guard almost saw us.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. You get 2 for the first thing. Beliefs,
Yeah.
drives, heritage, background.
I persuaded Jack to wear my seamstress stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I kept pushing for that.
Mm-hmm.
As for the Gregorian colonial, the the contact, is he Gregorian? Because I was trying to be more polite to him.
Mikhail?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would also say like Augustine, like interacting with her.
Right, and her aunt.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
And you struggled with issues from your vice or trauma. Your trauma is cold. Don't think you were terribly cold.
No. I mean, I did kind of like that idea where I gave the guy the whiskey, but I knew we were gonna kill him anyway.
Well, I was gonna pitch too. Like, you didn't save that dude at all, and you didn't tell Grandma that he was on our side.
No.
Like, he was like, "Fuck this dude."
I absolutely did not like this dude. So it's like, okay, like I didn't say anything when Grandma just went off by herself.
Okay.
when she wandered away from the group and needed to be reclaimed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like he was totally just gonna like put her outside and be like, "Okay, Grandma, you just stay here." And yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see that argument.
You're that guy and his fake kid.
Mm-hmm. Fake. Cool. So yeah, that's 5 total.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And last but not least, when it comes to murder,
The train.
the train.
Welcome
The
to the
murder
pain
train.
train.
Jack the murder train.
I like that. That everything there.
Chugga chugga
yes.
chugga chew chew, motherfucker. Address the challenge with violence or coercion.
I feel like I covered that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely smashed those 2 people, and then I killed that Batman, and then I kicked that head at the other people. So
I don't know that kicking the head is coercion so much as just get the fuck out of here, but you still get your 2.
Yeah.
Cool.
Express beliefs, drives, heritage, and/or background. Vamped it up quite a bit this time. The booze and the disdain for my lessers. I feel like
yeah, no, you definitely earned that. And then struggle with issues from your vice or trauma.
Does being dressed like Edgar count as struggling?
I don't think so. I think that's succeeding.
What about the fact that because we were just distracting him with the clothes, Belle got to do creepy doctor stuff to him?
I don't know that he struggled, given that mechanically he benefited from that.
Yeah, that was definitely a benefit.
But I bet he struggled at those straps.
I mean, he might have been into it. Who am I to say?
I did struggle falling out of that tree with the swashbuckling with that gear. No, I just don't think like this.
They didn't get you in trouble.
No.
I did drink potato water.
Yep. Tepid potato water.
But yeah, I don't. This is not a thing that seems to have been a huge issue for me at this point.
Okay.
Oh, and also, did everybody remember to update their stash now that we leveled up as a gang?
So it's +2 stash.
Fun! Yay!
I also want to point out that to increase your tier, it costs coin equal to your new tier times 8, so 8 coin total.
Yep. So we got to burn 8 coin. How much is in our? We got 4 coin in our
vault thing.
In our crew.
We each pay a
4.
coin.
Yeah, 1 coin apiece. We could tier up.
Bell?
Yeah, I also need to snag. Yeah, I also need to snag some coin from somewhere so I can get that. I need 1 more coin to up my standard of living.
You get 2 stash from the crew tiering or from the crew advancing.
Right. And even dropping all the coin that I currently have into my stash, I still need 1 more coin.
Interesting.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. So is anyone willing to pay 2 to get the crew there, or are we gonna hold off on the advancement for now?
I'm mostly kind of broke, so
I'll do it.
Cool.
There you go.
Oracle, did you put in your 1?
4? Wait, I thought we had 4 in the gang thing.
Right, and you
Yeah,
need
we're
8.
shooting for 8. We have to go 8 though.
Good job, Zach.
I thought
So-
Jordan was
Took
putting
me a
in
minute, but I
2.
got there.
Right,
Got
and Bell's
there.
putting in 0.
Oh, I'll put in
Um,
1. Fine.
Okay.
No, I'll put in 1.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
So I take 1 back, or
Yes. Unless you would like to just donate to the crew.
Zach, how much XP did you get?
4.
I'll put 1 in, I guess. That's fine. Everybody chips 1 in.
Done.
yeah.
Wait,
Um,
can I say Como put 1 in before she left?
No.
No.
Assets have been frozen
Zero
to help pay for all of the money your parents have sunk into you.
You're an asset.
So I maxed out my playbook, and I'm gonna take the ability calculating.
Mhm.
Due to your careful planning during downtime, you may give yourself or another crew member +1 downtime action.
Nice. Cool.
Pretty good.
All right. So we'll start next session with some downtime.
Mhm.
But I think, given all the yawning, that's going to be it for
Sorry.
us tonight. Hey, man.
Yeah.
You're on the wrong coast, so that's not your fault.
What?
Yeah. West Coast, West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
It's earlier there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so East Coast, Tired Coast.
Yep.
Yes.
Also, I got home at like 1:30 from the Katy Perry concert, so I'm just dragging.
Yeah. But I'll push buttons so we stop streaming. Y'all can go pass out. And we'll pick up next Tuesday with some downtime.
Mhm.
Night, everybody. We've been That D&D Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, Patreon stuff.